Hey everyone, welcome to part 2 of COLLABTOBER. I'm joined here today with my pal Infinity Storm. Say hello.
Hello!
Ah! Toad, who invited you? Get out.
Oh, no. I went to pull up the stream to hear myself, and I accidentally double-clicked, and I paused and then replayed over the brief interval that I did that.
Hey, get the
I
stuff
played
out of the
myself.
way. Yeah, get that stuff out of the way now. You can clip it later.
Yes!
Thank you, Captain Falcon.
I have like my whole numpad hotkeyed. I only know like 4 of them, or at least remember 4 of them off the top of my head.
That's okay. I got some of my own special things.
You know what my favorite one is, though, right?
Yeah, it sounds about right. Oh, Yoda.
I also got this, but I need to re-record it.
Oh, good old Thwomp. You'll have to listen to the stream to hear this one.
All right, I got it.
Guardians are measured by their ability to calm.
Oh yeah. See, there's also this one.
It's too late, Krabs. I'm already forklift certified!
Hey, speaking of forklifts, that's what we were playing Halo Reach last time.
I heard. I also have this one. Where is it?
Let's bring this music down a little more.
I had to explain the context of this one to Jeff. It was beautiful.
Dare speak to me in that tone of voice, boy!
Oh, I love that video.
I also had a one. Okay, I'm only gonna play one thing from the shit post folder. You ready?
Bring
It's
it.
like, all right.
This is a bucket.
Dear God.
There's more.
No.
It contains a bucket.
Dear God.
Scout, seduce me.
You bet.
Excellent. Seduce me.
Dear God.
Gentlemen, synchronize your bucket.
No.
There's more.
Dear God.
Scout, seduce me! Go away.
Hey there! I got a bucket of chicken.
It's truly a roller coaster from start to finish.
Amazing. Okay,
I also have the folder that I use to find. It's called a gamer litmus test. It'll only give you a fit of rage if you played a certain game. Like if you played Sonic, or if you tried to 100% Spyro 2, this one will do that.
Trouble with the trolley, eh?
But yeah, this is a fun $4 program.
so we haven't interacted much live. Do you prefer to go by Infinity or Storm or what?
Pat, Storm, and Infinity. I'm pretty much cool with anything.
Alright, Pat.
Yeah. It's even funnier. I was playing the Forest. Like I've been doing a Friday week Forest co-op with my buddy Kyle, who I used to work with, right?
Yeah.
He goes by CBC, which is funny because the name for that is his name on everything's been Crazed Butt Cuddler for many a year. But he realized if he ever
Amazing.
like made money off of Twitch, he didn't want to put that on a biz card, so he made it CBC, spelled SEEBEESE, which is the phonetic spelling of the letters CBC, which once again stands for Crazed Butt Cuddler. But the very first, like one of the first 2 sessions, we're like at the stage of we need to cut down everything, right? And I'm doing all the hunting, and at one point I say like, Kyle's like, wait, were you saying something? I was like, oh no, I zoned out. I was listening for rabbits. And Kyle goes, be very quiet. I'm hunting wabbits. And then you hear me start to say, and then it has to go, I'm hunting. And then I pause, like, I don't know why, but my brain really wanted me to say, I'm hunting libertarians.
Dear God.
And then Kyle's like, Pat, what the fuck? And I'm like, dude, listen,
Hey,
sometimes the intrusive thoughts win.
In your defense, that is a demographic that is worth hunting.
Oh yeah.
Twitch, don't pay me, please, JK.
No, I paid Cheese to edit the clip too. It's brilliant. Cheese does such good edits.
Yeah, I got them to edit a Halo Reach clip earlier, and it just went live
Yeah.
a few hours ago.
Yeah, I saw. Which map do we want to do, by the way?
I'm thinking experimental, the gravity field one.
I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm game for it. The only ones I hate are the ones with garbage lighting, because that just makes it. I don't like having to use the sniffer. Like painting its tunnels is a nightmare in my head because of that. You know, like it's everything else about the map is great. It's fairly small but densely cluttered.
Based on these grainy pictures, I don't. What do you think of that lighting?
And I'll adapt to it. It's just that I thought my kryptonite was. So you said the experimental gravity. You said zero G therapy.
Yeah.
That one looks fine. That one has lights. It's the painted tunnels is the underwater one.
Oh yeah. Let's not do that one just yet.
You know, I've done everything down. I've done all the way down to the penitentiary, and then I've done unrefinery and Caduceus, or Caduceus, the lab one with the green stuff.
Oh shit, Cadicus is in this game?
Caduceus.
Actually, let's do revolutionary robotics.
All right, that's a good one.
All right. Sorry, chat. Sorry, chat. I got Stallone up for a bit while I set a server password.
Energy Sword Sunday. I love it.
No, this is not Sunday. It is not. Wait, it is Sunday. Fuck.
Shit.
Shit!
We're just
Abort
over here,
everything.
Like, it's wait. It's not. Oh wait, it is.
Oh no!
Do I have you on Steam? I just thought about that.
I don't think so.
We should probably. Man, we've been talking for like 10 minutes and we just realized that.
Hey, I mean, it's easy to find me. I'm just Cynimax.
Oh yeah.
Gotta maintain that brand consistency.
Oh yeah. No. When I first did mine, it was I had to use a Y for the second eye because some fucking Idaho had it. I've been Infinity Storm since January 12th, 2012.
I've been...
I think it was like the 21st.
I think I've been Cinemax for 15 years.
Well, no, because I used to be on the super active on the Bulba Garden forums, right? The forum affiliated Bulbapedia. And I used to be Infinity Luxray, and then, like, however old I was in 2012, me decided, you know what, Infinity Storm sounds cooler.
It is pretty cool. My
It's got,
god,
like,
I'm just fucking old.
I was reaching for my sound, I was like, wait, I don't know it's familiar enough. I could actually hit some shit that's a heavy insult. Also, I have a bug snacks folder, and it is 2/3 Bunger related.
Okay, I'm gonna take Stallone off the screen, and I'll give you the password in Discord.
Roger, roger. Also, I found out one of my friends has a weakness for all the JoJo English. So,
Oh,
I've recorded all of it.
Joseph has some great English, especially since his voice actor, I forget his name, but he's the guy who voices Gintoki and Gintama. He's great.
Oh yeah.
Yes!
This isn't him,
I am!
but also
Yes,
my
I
favorite.
am!
Let's see,
Hey,
this is
Mocha!
Oh, that's a baseball!
and my personal favorite.
Get back, Jojo!
I'm a...
I just want you to know that the file format is just literally Goober Juju.
Personal favorite of mine is Go Ahead, Mr. Joester.
Oh, you mean this one? That's literally the one above that.
Go ahead, Mr. Juster!
Yeah. Also, hi Mocha. How you doing, sweetie?
This one I need to rehockey. 1 sec. Let's put that as 1.
Do I start the game first?
I think you start the game first.
And then you can join?
You accepted the friend request, right?
Yes. Okay, we're 13 minutes in. Now the game is starting, folks.
That's not bad time, honestly.
We have fun.
We like to do a little trolling here.
Alright, it's been
Right
maybe
click.
3 or more years since I last touched this game. Yeah, read the clipboard.
There we go. Join. Let me tab over so I can see what the password was, because my tiny brain already forgot. Oh, that was kind of lame. So when I went to like tab back over at, because you know you have to like click in the menu for it to let you do shit again. It's one of those things where if you click away from it, Alright, cool. I'm joining.
Nice.
Well, that I will get my sound pad back to the main menu. My favorite one is this though.
Yeah, that's good.
There's also one I need to like refine the clip for. So it's this guy's playing Mario Kart Party, and one of the guys like, "How the fuck am I at first? I was AFK." He's like, "Why are you AFK? We're racing." And then he accidentally goes like full metal voice, goes, "I had a phone call." And then from here on out, like every response just gets more
okay.
metal voice. So how do we turn these off? Is the first question.
You can walk through it.
Oh, cool. So yeah, first thing we need to figure out is where's the incinerator.
Mop buckets. I need the...
I was playing this
The
last
gut
night
bin.
while Hannah was playing Skyrim on the Xbox. I had, you know how like you can get a swarm of body parts from the box thing? I shit you not, I got 5 in a row.
Yes, hello. Nice to meet you too, sir. We'll have you clean up in a moment.
I found a openable door. By the way, do you know how to? I actually looked up how to solve the hacking puzzles in the office. Do you know what the solution actually is?
I feel like I've solved them before, but it's been ages.
So what it is you actually, the password is actually completely random. You have to just go through all the numbers for each slot, and if you put a right number in the right slot, you'll see a little screen flicker. Also, I found the incinerator, so I'm gonna start working on bodies.
Was there a crouch button? Not too important, but this dude looks like the CEO from Altor from Saints Row 2. Glad he's dead.
Oh yeah. I've been playing Saints Row. I was playing Saints Row 4 over the summer just because it's like a game that doesn't have fast travel and it's entirely okay.
Yeah, when you can just fucking super run and fly everywhere. You don't need fast travel.
When I did a video game design theory roundtable a while ago, one topic that came up was, one second, why is there a Spartan Phoenix and ammunition in the Vendotron?
Excuse me?
There's a Spartan, there's a gun and ammo for the gun in the Vendotron.
Well, that's the secret. You solve the puzzle. You solve the puzzle and you can use it.
But
It's like how it's like how if you beat the original Legend of Zelda 10 times in a row without dying, you get to unlock a gun. My Uncle Nintendo told me so.
I miss some of that. Like I heard it on the playground bullshit. Yes, it was bullshit, but there's some kind of magic lost there, you know. Also, I subscribe to the mindset of if I can fit it in the furnace, it gets burnt.
Hey, don't put any of the crates or barrels there. We need those for the extra %.
I think unless you're playing on the highest difficulty, it actually doesn't affect it.
You're wrong.
That's what, at least, because let me rephrase. I've definitely been doing that for all of the previous maps, and I still managed to get like 97%.
Not over 100.
All right, I already burnt a few things, but I will not burn any more.
Okay, crates go here. That's good.
I'm gonna work on getting these bodies lifted up. Thankfully, it's not like on some of the earlier boards where they all just fucking explode the second you touch them, you know?
Well, you know, this game does enjoy its troll physics.
Oh yeah, it does. Furnace is over here. These bodies are very loud because they like to bounce. I'm okay with this.
Yeah, since this is the one where the bin dispensers, we might as well start here.
I will focus on the robot parts. All right, so I have a random question prompt for you, right?
Wait on.
What do you think the taste? What do you think? Okay, I was gonna say what extinct species would be the tastiest, so I'm gonna reframe it to be more of a personal choice. You get to have a meal consisting of one currently extinct species. What do you pick? And like you could assume
Dodo.
that like I was about to say you could assume that it'll be cooked to like pretty good quality, independent of like. Basically, I'm saying I'm gonna pick a T-Rex because I want to be able to say I ate a fucking dinosaur.
Well, I
Although
know what chicken tastes like, so I imagine breading and deep frying a dodo would be decent.
Oh yeah, didn't they go extinct because they were tasty?
We hunted them to death for sport.
Okay. Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah. Colonialism's a bitch.
Yep.
Oh, USB.
You
Gotta
said
save
that.
that.
Yeah, there's one in the room to the right of me. I left it in the middle of a pretty like noticeable area.
I'll leave it on this lift for now.
So the reason I don't like maintenance tunnels is there's a bunch of these giant like tentacle sections, and you can't fit them in the burners. So what you have to do is you have to use the incinerator to melt them down into pick-upable sizes. You know?
Yeah.
And it's just, man, I already don't like the lasering is probably my least favorite part of the general routine. You know?
Yeah, the laser. The bullet hole laser.
Which is funny because it's like the one like mechanical part of it like that's on every map that doesn't just randomly fuck you over. You know, you get random body parts from the other shit. The lights will break and burn everything.
The lights will start flickering on and off all on their own.
Ah, fuck. I thought I knocked that over. Eh. Get in the bucket. No. This game hates me sometimes.
Remember you can hold left click to rotate objects in your hand.
Oh yeah. I think I'm just gonna carry this one by itself because it does not want to go in.
Watch me rotate this sausage with my brain. Ooh.
Oh my god. So, you know there's a hole you drop garbage in on the office map, and I filled up one of these bins with all the beer cans and shit, right?
So no head.
So by the way, are the briefcases good to burn?
I don't know. Can you open them?
No, it's got blood on it.
Nim
All right.
has hosen.
All right, here's a game. All right, so I have a game designed thought exercise for you, right?
Okay.
So I want you to think of a game that's pretty good, but it's got at least one unavoidable part that, like, if the game would be a 10, then that mechanic definitely brings it down to an 8. All right.
Forksteiner.
So, once you have that in mind, what do you think is with the lowest amount of like technical effort, be a way that you could fix the issue, or at the very least make it more palatable? Like, I'll go through my example. My game of choice is Dead Rising 2. All right. So if you don't know too much about it, one of the mechanics they introduced is that you have there's in-universe, there's a drug called Zombrex that prevents people that have been bitten from turning, right?
Yeah, it's like a medic. It's like their anti-zombie meds.
Yeah, it is. However, it has to be taken daily, and if you take it too often, you'll overdose. So in Dead Rising 2,
overdosing on not being a zombie.
Yeah. Which raises a question of, if you overdose, do you then become a zombie?
You become extra human.
Oh god, even worse.
You grow 2 extra legs.
You get 2 heads for double the crippling anxiety.
Savosky flange.
But anyway, so mechanically, so you have a daughter in Dead Rising 2, and she stays in a safe area, and there's a period of time every day where basically you have to give her a shot at Zombrex. And normally, you know, you're doing a lot of shit to get the money to pay for that, and then, you know, zombie happens because it's a Dead Rising.
Where'd my box here go?
I grabbed one that was full, looked full, and I may have grabbed the wrong box. Is it just weird? Does this look like the top left corner of the Valve logo on this box?
Very Aperture Science-esque, perhaps.
Yeah. Anyway,
no,
so
it's my box is right here. Okay, continue.
So the thing with so you have, once the zombie outbreak happens, you have a safe area where you can bring survivors back to and shit. Your daughter stays there. However, because, you know, the local civilization is now falling apart, you can't just go buy the shit, right? So you have to go find Zombrex, because every day there's a time period where you have to go to get a Zombrex shot. Otherwise it's a game over. And the problem with Zombrex itself. I'm sorry.
I am quite aware of the Dead Rising games, but the only one I have played was the prequel to 2.
Oh yeah, off the record.
No, Case Zero or something.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Like you're at a gas station, you gotta.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. So, like, conceptually, Zombrex is interesting because, you know, it's a precious resource. You could find it while doing other shit. You could even get multiples advanced, and it's not exclusively used for your kid. It's like so one of the big things of Dead Rising is there's not enough time to save everyone, right? So
except for the achievement where you have to save everyone.
Yeah, but it's not like, unless you on the first one, you're gonna have to pick which people you go to first, right?
Oh, you just knocked this dude over.
Oh shit! Did I really?
Oh, it's a Terminator. Who owns Terminator? Warner Brothers? They should sue.
Can we stand it back up? Oh,
dun.
He just falls over my bark. Oh gee! Oh Jesus! Can you make him wave?
Dun.
Gary's Mod Terminator commercial. That is terrifying. But no, anyway, so
I am going to buy a car today.
Zombrex isn't just used for your kid, right? Like there'll be a guy who's really close to the drop-off point, who's gotten bit. If you give a Zombrex, you can take him out and get a bunch of easy XP. But then the next day rolls around, and the sheriff who's kind of like in charge of keeping an eye on the shelter is like, hey dude, that guy you brought in's looking fucking fishy. You gotta either get him some more medication or I gotta shoot him.
Oh, he's sus?
Well, yeah, because he's gonna turn, because you gotta take the medication every day. Alright, so at that point it becomes a case of, do I use more of this rare resource, or do I let the guy die? So that's it. That's an interesting decision. I think the golden standard for any game should be has anything resembling an RPG in it, is to let the player make interesting decisions, right?
Yeah.
And I think that qualifies that standard. However, giving the Katie's Zombrex bit is horrible, because you have to give it a specific 1 hour time frame. You can't go earlier or after. You know, if you do it too early, she overdoses. Do it too late, she's a zombie. Which means you have to, and what'll always end up happening is you'll have to hang around in the same section, like the first section of the mall that you've already explored a million fucking times, and just wait for that time window, and it's just really just kind of detracts from the gameplay loop, right? So here's okay, so that's the problem. And so then the question is, you know, what is the lowest amount of effort that you could use to fix it? And if you're going to say, well, remove it, at least then explore the mechanical implications, right?
Here's what you do. You open console commands, and you enter the item code for Zombrex, and you just put like 5 in your inventory.
Yeah. Well, even then, the problem is that you have to hang around in that one part of the mall, because if you go too far, you won't be able to make it back in time. So here's how I would fix it. I would say just add 45 minutes.
This might have been a mistake.
So here, my solution to fix that without like drastically affecting everything is just add 45 minutes to both ends. You know, add 45 minutes before and after to the existing time frame. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, do you have a game in mind that you think has that one feature that fucks it up?
I don't know if this counts, but in Persona 5, in New Game Plus mode, the way you unlock Persona and gain points in Confidants changes. Like, you don't get that many points unless you're actually carrying that Arcana of Persona within you. Which makes you have to spend a lot of money in the compendium to put those, to change them out. And like,
So
just get rid of that. Just make it like normal.
Alright, so would you do anything to try to maybe make the experience a bit more rewarding or resource heavy for the natural nature of a New Game Plus? Or would you just want to remove it all out, flat out?
Just flatten out. Just, like, I already beat the game to be at this point. Just let me blaze through it now.
Just let me have my power fantasy.
That should be your reward for finishing the game. Just, like, be able to breeze through it.
Alright, I'm gonna take this box to the furnace.
Alright. Alright, problem solved.
Alright, but you see, like, it's an interesting thought exercise there, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's a few examples in Skyrim. My go-to for Skyrim would be smithing is needlessly grindy. Like, on paper, it makes sense, you know, skills improve through use. But there's no logistical reason for you to make 47,000 iron daggers, you know?
Yeah.
So enchanting is the same way, but that I actually have an idea in mind of what the alternative system would look like, right?
I have a solution to that too. There's this mod in the workshop that summons Loki to your world, and you can talk to him and he'll just set any stat to 100 for you. If you ask.
But also, man, what is it with this map and the legs not liking me?
As long as you don't knock any other robots over.
I know, it's just every time I try to put legs in the box, they start dancing.
Jack Maraharaban. There.
I found a water bottle.
Take a sip, babe.
What is this? Alpine Dew, that's just a Mountain Dew joke. I approve. Have you seen that one meme where it's like, if we're gonna... I've seen that one meme where it's like, if we're at the family reunion, we're either drinking Mountain Shoutin' or Dr. Bob.
Mountain Shoutin'.
I feel like double off-brand soda names are kind of their own art form.
Zervoski seems like okay. I'm sorry, I'm reading these letters. What did you ask?
I don't remember.
Fair.
The ADHD curse, you know?
Yeah. Brain full of holes. I'm getting close to the docking station. I can't risk taking the station tram. Alright,
bunch of trains of thought collided with no survivors. None of the conductors are nowhere to be found. Hey, is this set of legs like in the ground for you? That's in front of me? Oh, it is freaking out on my screen. Maybe, can you grab it? It's got the demon in it. Okay, never mind. They're both on the ground now. So for me, the left leg was firmly 2 feet in the ground for a second there.
You put your left leg in, you put your right leg out, and then you do the hokey pokey. For Crank Patterson. Great name. For the love of God! This morning I discovered bathroom stall number 4 was beyond disgusting. The seashells were encaked with God only knows what. Great Demolition Man reference. Oh. It's John Spartan, I know it. I'm sure I've seen him go in there with notepad paper. Still didn't know how to use the 3 seashells or the base keypad. I'm going to change the code to 2145 to be sure. Okay, if we see a security station, that's the password, 2145.
I was hoping it'd be 2119.
Chat, write that down.
Oh, there's a door over here as well.
Oh, don't worry, Magic. They're already dead.
They look cold, alright? And lifeless.
Eduardo Cajero.
Oh, there's crystalline stuff over here. What'd you say it was?
2145.
Fuck, that was a 6.
2145.
Oh no, good news is that you can hack this the same way you do the ones in the office. It still flickers. I found a bunch of more dead bodies.
Ah. What is this?
A new body has been discovered.
If you can find out who done it, you complete the trial.
Danganronpa is like in a weird spot for me because I want to really like it, but 3 is just fucking weird.
You mean V3 or 3 the anime?
V3 I haven't watched. I actually still need to finish the anime.
I wish I could hold this thing. Looks like a freeze gun.
Put it in the box, we can steal it.
You read my thoughts?
There's actually an achievement for like on the Cadeas level where there's like the green monster virus or whatever. There's an achievement for putting that in the box, smuggling it to another level, and just smashing it on a body.
Does that reanimate it?
Nope, it just infects it, according to the achievement.
Hmm.
No, the reason I like this game is it's like, it very much scratches the programmer optimization itch in my brain, you know? Like, for most maps, the formula is the same, but then on, like, Frostbite, all the bodies are so spread out that it's like, nah, you need to mop this shit up immediately or you're gonna make a mess everywhere, and it's gonna take you, like, an extra 30 minutes.
I feel like there's a multiplayer map in Halo called Frostbite.
I believe it. Alright, let's see if I can eat this over to the furnace successfully. Man, that suitcase literally only went straight up. Oh shit, I actually Colby'd it. Fuck yeah.
Nice. Too bad it wasn't on stream. No proof.
I'm gonna start leaving the little chip cards in front of the vending machine for you.
I put them on the podium that you knocked over the Terminator.
Valid. Speaking of Terminator, I found another one. Oh,
Don't touch
I don't
it.
like the... Wait, no, like one that was already in pieces.
Oh.
I might just bring all the bodies out here first, just so I don't have to walk back and forth a bunch.
Good idea.
I actually did that when I was playing on Painted Tunnels. There's a part where there's just a bunch of the alien bodies that are like, where, you know, like the torso pieces take up like an entire fucking bucket. Whenever you get back toward the incinerator room, tell me, because I found something I need to show you.
I'm picking up bullets in the first room.
I usually go for bullets last, so that way I don't miss. I know like roughly where I should be finding, you know, the holes I gotta fix.
I think the broken turret on ceiling mounted turret would be a good indicator as well.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Okay, I would have been so happy if when I put the Terminator in, the hand did the little thumbs up.
No, the game's not that epic.
God, this fucker does not want to go in the furnace. I keep putting him in, and then he'll catch on fire and then bounce out.
Imagine being the crew of grunts that has to clean up the Covenant ships after the Master Chief bulldozes through one.
Oh, I've seen TikToks to that effect. There's one where it's like, it's the janitor that has to clean up all the web that Spider-Man leaves around the city. Funny idea.
That stuff's biodegradable though.
Yeah, but when you have like a giant, you know, blob of it cut in the middle of fucking Central.
There is actually a chapter in Halo the Flood that's like that, where Zuka Zamami is going through the Truth and Reconciliation after the Master Chief went through to save Keys, and he sees the janitorial detail carting dead bodies through blood-soaked hallways. It's like it's a nice little detail.
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna ask?
I don't remember. My trains of thought kind of come and go. Oh yeah, how do we fix the crystalline stuff on the floor? Is that just laser?
I imagine that's the laser, yeah. That would be my first guess.
Alright, I need to go get a box because now it's a small part. Also, I found a lamp. Actually, I found a bunch of lamps.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which is not, because that means I don't have to vend them. Oh yes, I do want to pick. I do have my next. It's always like awkward when I have like one playthrough that's in progress in Skyrim, then I have a really fun idea for a new one, you know? Because I know for a fact I can't split my attention between two. If I start that new playthrough, the current one is dead.
Well, that's the brilliance of Skyrim. You can do everything at once.
My next playthrough, I want to try doing like an actual Argonian thief, but one of my rules for the playthrough is going to be no save scumming. If I go to pick a pocket, I need to be fully prepared to book it if I fuck it up, you know?
No way.
The thing I wanted to show you is that you actually have to get the turrets out of the ceiling. Those are part of the cleanup.
Yeah, I know. I am well aware.
Oh yes, I did. So I took Kyle when Hannah and I went and visited Kyle a few months ago during the summer, right? And I brought him a copy of Dead Rising 3, and what he proceeded to then do was spend 20 minutes putting pylons on zombie heads. Which was all he did, and he was having so much fun doing it.
You must construct additional pylons?
Well, the best part is you can put like mask and shit on zombie, and then they just don't aggro anything because they can't fucking see anything.
And I guess they're too dumb to lift it off.
Exactly. But by the end of Dead Rising 3 is interesting. It's definitely a lot more forgiving than the other ones, which I understand that some people aren't a fan of that. Like they like the difficulty of the previous titles. I recognize that. I personally don't mind.
And
but the best
4 never happened.
Yeah. But on 3, by the end, the average amount of zombies in a given area tends to increase throughout the game, right? So by the end towards the end of it, it's just like zombie dynasty warriors, and I love it. It's just such a power fantasy.
Yeah, I've seen how people make those like giant modded steamrollers and just like mow through crowds.
Have you seen the one
full crowds just like farm
just
that kill X number of zombies
achievement
or something?
Kills. Oh yeah. There's a few really fun weapons. Have you seen the one where it's like the steamroller the crushy bit, but on the front of a motorcycle, and also the flamethrowers?
Yes.
It's so good. I also found out there's like an alt fire for all the vehicles, and for like the scrap ones, there's like a scrap truck that has that uses like acetylene tanks. This is for explosives. There's a bike that has like chemical weapons. Turns out the alt fire for all those is a self-destruct.
Oh, of course.
Which, granted, once you learn that, you'll occasionally, like, if the vehicle's already dead, you just, like, fucking gas stomp it and then fucking just throw it into a crowd, which is pretty fucking fun. Have you seen the bear weapons from 3?
Bear?
So there's this like a robotic bear toy that's just like a bear with like that you would hug it and like you would say some shit. Right?
Oh, okay.
You can combine it with an LMG, and now it's the commando bear, and now it's got a turret, all right? Then you combine that with a stereo, and now it's an aggro turret. It'll pull them in. I don't remember. I lose track of the names from here, right? Then you give it dynamite, and now it has explosive shots. Then you put it in a wheelchair, and now it's a mobile fuck you turret.
Amazing.
It really is. Also, there are the psychos in Dead Rising 3 are married after the 7 deadly sins.
That lady at the buffet who just throws up all the time is not fun.
She is not. I actually held off on fighting her until I could just body her. I will say one big thing I did like about 3 of the other ones is that on the previous games, your level ups, what they like gain for you is predetermined, right? And on this one, you actually have the agency of picking, I want to get my health up or my pocket size up or whatever.
I heart my interplanetary conglomerate. No. Let's see how much stuff clips through the bin.
Oh, that's always a little sketchy. Oh god. As I picked that up, I stepped on a box and my collision started freaking out. Alright, so going back to TF2, I don't think there's ever such thing as if you're fucking around with friends, there's no such thing as a bad time to play it, I think, or join in. You can probably guess who I main.
Sniper.
Nah, too much concentration.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Even
Close
after
enough.
think. I'll just give you a hint. Loud spy. I.e. does really well when there's something louder than me in the area.
When you said loud spy, I thought you just meant when you
Sniper.
walk. No, you just go around being very loud by making his loud snorting laugh all the time.
Oh, that is a mood. But no, I'm a pyro main.
Replace the sound of his footsteps with.
Oh, 100%. I would love that. There's a video series I need to get introduced you to.
One slipped out.
It's a video series by a source filmmaker animator called Lazy Purple. He has a video series he's been working on for a few years now. This man has multiple Saxies, which is like their video animation award. He's ridiculously talented. And he has a video series for each class except Medic. He's working on Medic now. It's called the How It Feels series, and they're just beautifully animated and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And there is like no less than 8 Sonic Adventure 2 references in this How It Feels to Play Scout one.
Nib Johnson.
But there's a bit in the How It Feels to Play Pyro one that always sticks with me. It's like Pyro was like talking about how Pyro's guaranteed fire damage and ability to reflect projectiles and players makes him really good he's like, Pyro's ability, guaranteed fire damage as well as ability to project both players and projectiles makes him great at protecting his own that I like to call "Don't touch my baby." He's like, listen, I sometimes I feel like I'm a parent to a bunch of kids, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way. It's just that a tiny part of me dies when Shawn Mendes 2006 dies because I failed to air blast these stickies away.
By the way, turns out Servosky was fucking a D3 robot.
That's cool. Fucking get it.
Good for them. Chase your
Anything that makes
dreams.
me remember the Robosexuals episode of Futurama is worth it. It's a pretty great episode.
Alright, but I don't want anyone thinking we're robosexual, so if anyone asks, you're my debugger.
I think for some reason it's even funnier if it's the robot coming up with the plan. I don't know why. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Doesn't look... Bite my shiny metal ass. Doesn't look that shiny. Shinier than yours, meatbag.
Oh, I need to. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do tomorrow after I get off work. I'm gonna record some Bender sound bits.
I can... If you need anyone to make references to the first season of Futurama, I'm your girl.
Oh, have you ever seen? There's a video on YouTube. It's Fox shows making fun of Fox, and it's like 2/3 Futurama.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I actually had a professor. His name was Dr. Higgins for Physics 1 and 2 in college. He was super cool, just kind of like mid-60s. Like I like where I am in life kind of energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he literally would every class session, it was a 2-day-a-week class that met for the whole semester. He'd walk in, good news, everyone. He did that day 1. I'm like, oh, we're gonna get along great.
Nice. Also,
Hannah's taking...
also confirm the blue cracks are cleaned by the laser.
Nice. That's funny. Hannah's taking physics 1 now, and she's like, "It's such a scary class." Like, Hannah, it's just algebra, but it's all word problems.
Oh, hold on to it. I forgot you can't hold on to the
this
laser.
guy's got a bit. Okay, I need you to come look at this body I found. His. Oh, so the way I was carrying it, his tie was like hanging right in front of his face, and from that angle, it looked like he had like a Greninja tongue.
Where are you though?
I am in like the so carry the body from this side and tell me that that doesn't look like a Greninja tongue to you for a second. If you see what I mean. Tell me that for a split second, at a glance, you wouldn't think that that was like a purple tongue.
Greninja's tongue is pink though?
It is. Well, I was thinking by the size of it relative to the body.
Perhaps.
Oh wait. I think I know what you know what the guns are for. The guns are probably for us where we have to replace the turrets. I bet.
No, this doesn't look like a turret. This thing?
No, I meant like the vending one. The vending one. I meant.
Oh yeah, that for sure.
I do love that it looks like some robot just ate shit over here, like he was stepped on a banana peel and face planted here, then here. Kind of got his footing, tripped when he turned, you know?
Oh, hang on. That gives me a great idea. You go do your thing.
Oh yeah, now I got a message Hannah. She's like, "Why are you talking about me?" I was just saying because physics.
Or was it? I'll prepare it later.
Oh, yeah, there is a game I want to introduce you to later, though. It seems like a great game for playing after a drink or two with friends. So let me pitch you on the concept, right? So Battle Royale, but everybody's trapped in an off-brand IKEA.
I think I've seen that game.
It's called Retail Royale.
Yeah.
Zen, Barziel, Jeff, and I played. Pecan-san played it a few weeks ago.
If you need to get me drunk, I need to play a few games of Jackbox first.
Valid. But so the best part is, so we found out that the in-game chat sounds kind of like a Walmart intercom, right?
Of course.
And Pecan it's down to the last 3. The game is starting to do the mandatory zone shrinking, and Pecan has like no gear, so he knows he's not, or she knows she's not gonna win, right?
Yeah.
So she just gets up on the rafters and it turns on her voice mod and starts just saying generic random shit, while there are people like the other 2 people like throwing like 3-piece sectionals and shit at her, like, "Attention Walmart shoppers, my wife is missing. Repeat, my wife took the kids and is missing. If you find her, please bring her to the returns desk for a reward." Or the owner of a night. Yeah.
By the way, don't replace the turrets in the ceiling yet, so we can know where they are.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, you mean don't pull them down?
Yeah, that.
I pulled 2 down, but I know where they were.
Okay. Continue your story.
But somebody throws like a 3-piece sectional at her. By the way, you can fucking throw a 3-piece sectional like a frisbee, and it's amazing.
Oh, of course.
And she's just like, "Oh shit, that was close, buddy." And then she goes to say, "The owner of a 1973 Toyota Camry, please move your car. It is about to be shit like that." They're just dodging it, like they're throwing pencils and shit at her, and she just keeps saying shit. It was one of the funniest things I felt in a while.
Attention, shoppers. X player just received a Beyblade with a 3-bit beast.
Do you remember that? So on campus, I used to be a part of a group called SOCUS, which it was a computer and information science group. The whole idea was, hey, like there's all these other groups that like go to conferences and shit and learn about shit. It's like, hey, well, why don't you make cool shit like an arcade cabinet out of using these skills, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have one that's powered by a Raspberry Pi, which is like a $40 microcomputer, if you weren't aware.
I know those.
So I was in charge of helping manage the games that were on it, right? Because I already knew a bunch about emulation.
Uh-huh.
And we used to keep it in the Commons, which was the building that was like in the middle of where all the 4 dorms were.
Hey, all you robot fuckers in chat. Here's your feet pics right here.
I just looked at your yep. But so here's my master plan. So it's in the kind of just the hangout space between the dorms, right?
What the fuck? Go on.
And so if you remember the Beyblade PlayStation 1 game,
Nope.
it's an okay game, but the cool thing about it is if you let it idle on the home screen long enough, it just starts straight up playing the fucking opening from the Beyblades anime.
The English one?
Yeah, the
It's
By the way,
Beyblade.
yeah, that one. By the way, the
Beyblade.
Beyblade shows are still a thing, and I can
Yeah.
confirm because an artist I loved was brought on to do the opening. It follows the exact same formula as the previous anime, where the opening is a fucking banger, and the show is entirely forgettable.
They should get Crush 40 to do a Beyblade song.
No, it was so cool. So there's a guy I followed on YouTube for years called Nate Wants to Battle. And he actually got, like, it went from just doing, like, silly Pokemon covers of songs and shit to being, like, brought on to do, like, not even just, like, the Beyblade Burst Turbo opening, which is one of those, how dare a song this good be about an anime this mid, right? But also, like, got to do the the English dub of the Tournament of Power opening for Dragon Ball Super.
I wouldn't know anything about Super.
I just like Super because there's a lot of things that are love letters to long-standing fans of the series. Like, you know, all those moves that would...
I just know everyone thinks it's bad.
I mean, Dragon Ball's never had great writing, let's be honest with ourselves, you know?
Now this okay, but now this shit just seems like a fanfic. Like, oh, Frieza got even more powerful. He's got a black form. Now he's even stronger than Ultra Instinct.
It's just a golden form. Okay, so since you haven't watched it, I'll just tell you a little detail. So Frieza, like, gets brought back, and he actually is discussed
Yeah, that was
about
Resurrection of F.
Yeah, where he actually has to train, right? I think
He gets gold form.
Yeah.
And now...
But the thing that was nice about that is he got fucked over by the fact that he stopped training as soon as he figured that out, and it fucks him over. And I think that kind of grounded it to the spirit of the show, you know?
Yeah, and then I don't know if you're up to date on the manga, but now he started training even more. Now he's got another form, black form.
I mean, to be fair, Goku's got, like, what, 7 now?
And it's... Frieza Black is so powerful, he stopped Ultra Instinct Goku with one punch. I'm like, come the fuck on. What are even these fucking power scales anymore?
I just knocked over all the chairs in the office room.
I think we're gonna burn them anyway.
But, so the Tournament of Power is, like, what I love about it is, like, you know, all those moves that we've only ever seen one time in, like, Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, but it would still be their ult in, like, every fighting game? We get to see a lot of those again, which I love it. Like, Roshi takes out basically an entire universe's team by himself.
Yeah, I know he brings out the evil containment wave against some person.
Which we haven't seen since fucking Dragon Ball Classic. At least not from
yeah,
him. I know we see Trunks using the Super.
The dude who's making Super basically used to be like a fan art doujin artist for it, and then it was like Toriyama was like hired him on to be the actual artist and story maker now, which is cool because you can tell, oh, this guy's definitely a fan because he's making all these old callbacks, but at the same time, yeah, I can definitely tell this was like you can definitely tell this is like a fanfic writer.
Yeah, I'm just happy we got to see Hellzone Grenade again. I was so mad in Resurrection F that they fucking balled me of thinking I was gonna get to see Hellzone Grenade again. No, like where it's showing all the Z fighters going against Frieza's army, right? Everyone else is doing their big moves, you know? Master Roshi goes fucking Giga Chad muscle and does the Kamehameha, right? Tien does the Tri-Beam Cannon, Krill does Destructus, and we get to fucking Piccolo.
And Chaozu self-destructs again.
We get to fucking Piccolo. He starts charging up Ki Blast, and then it's just Ki Blasts. That fucking pissed me off. I wanted to see Hellzone Grenade again. Because Hellzone Grenade is just kind of, in my mind, indisputably a cool move, you know?
Have you seen the new Superheroes movie?
I have not. We are going to go see it on when it opened, and then we forgot.
Alright, then I will reserve my criticism.
Thank you.
Next time.
I think we might have most of the bodies already.
Did you get the one in the bathroom sink?
No, I remember. I haven't been back to the bathroom. I saw it on the initial walkthrough. I feel like this map's size is kind of also helping keep the blood a bit more manageable, because the one downside to those smaller maps is just like, man, you're gonna be spending at least 12 buckets just cleaning up footprints. You know?
I mean, that's any round, TBH.
Well, but on this one, at least, like, because there is like an upper limit for footprints, and it's mostly concentrated around the burner right now.
Alright, this is the barrel corner.
I'm horrible at stacking stuff, so how about I focus on...
I'll stack.
Yeah, you stack. I feel like we don't want to give the turrets ammo at first, because I have a feeling they're going to shoot us.
No.
This game where the equipment constantly fucks us over, killing us. Also because I feel like I'm throwing a flare into the fire. Now the fire's hotter.
Oh, damn it.
You need to move the footprints.
I mean,
Here,
we should just...
Yeah, let's clean this room real quick. Where's the bucket? No, bucket thing's not
Buckets are down in the first room.
Let's like clean from the bucket up to there, I guess.
Also, I'm still looking for that other Terminator body.
Oh, I found one and got rid of it.
I needed it! Fuck.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Joke's ruined.
I can knock over another one.
Oh, hang on. Do you still have the stream open?
I do. I got an ultra-wide monitor for my birthday, so I have you, Discord, and SoundPad on there.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Sorry for what? Our papa told us to be proud of our dicks, especially on account of such good size and all. Yeah, your daddy gave you some good advice. It gets bigger when I pull on it.
The worst part is, as someone in the South, I could 100% see some people being just that much of a meathead.
Sometimes I pull on it so hard, I rip the skin a little. Well, Mad Daddy taught me a few things as well, on how not to rip the skin, like using someone else's mouth. Would you show me? Would you mind showing me? I'd be right happy to.
Have you ever seen the there's a Reddit for Pornhub comments, right?
So don't ask why I can memorize that whole thing.
I won't. But anyway, so there was this. So it was like I watched the highlight. It was like best of r/Pornhub comments, right?
Server reaching net actor saturation.
Yeah, no, I've been seeing that the whole. It basically just means our player models might not look correct on the other side.
Well, that's fine.
But anyway, so there's somebody made a fucking Preston Garvey Pornhub account and said, Listen, General, once you're done beating your meat, there's another word of another settlement that needs our help.
God.
You gotta admit that's fucking funny though, right?
Yeah, but go away, dude.
That's why I'm so surprised people didn't like how evil the bandit stuff from Nuka World was. Is like, you do realize this means Preston never says a fucking word to you again, right?
Really? Or is he just like not comment on it at all?
No, like when he finds out that you're in charge of raiders, he's like, I'm not talking to you again unless you fix this shit. And what's really funny is when I was I picked up all the DLC while I was recovering from foot surgery about a year and a half ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had this whole like mob boss run planned out. And I eventually got to the point where I had a oh fuck, I just lagged teleported onto that bucket. One moment. Let's talk about, oh yeah, the playthrough. So are you very familiar with how the bandit stuff actually works?
I haven't, I never bought any of the DLC. I beat the main story and I was just done.
Nuka World and Far Harbor, I'd say, are worth it. There's also one that lets you make robots, and I made Big Hug Bill, which was fucking amazing.
Why didn't you make Big Tex and set them on fire?
Because Big Hug Bill had two Fat Man launchers on his shoulders. But
you know who Big Tex is, right?
I think so.
He's a giant statue of a cowboy in Texas, and every year at the festival he gets set on fire by someone committing arson.
Okay.
But yeah.
But
Big Hug
so-
Billy or something?
yeah, so Big Hug Bill. So you can like actually like so there's a ton of customization options
Okay,
for the robots.
this is dirty. Don't touch it.
Yeah, no. I think was that in the hallway? I think that might have been mine.
It was right here. I was using it.
Anyways, so the robot stuff is pretty cool because you can actually like there's a ton of different armor option stuff, but there's also it's not just a linear go with like Sentry Bot parts or everything, because each part has its own strengths and weaknesses, right? The Protectron's weakness is that its parts weaknesses is that they all suck, but their strength is that they're free, right? Sentry Bot I think even there's so for the head, like the head affects the engagement distance and accuracy, right? So if you go with like, oh yeah, so you remember do you remember the Assaultron fuck you laser head? Yeah, you can get with them that.
I hated that attack.
Tell me that you don't like the idea that you can have a companion with that attack, though. Tell me that wouldn't be at least a little cathartic.
Maybe.
Anyway, so like the Robo Brain has like the head. By the way, the DLC also brings back the Robo Brains, and you get a bunch of lore about them.
Doesn't it also bring back the Mechanist?
It does, a different iteration, however.
Yeah.
But so legs affect movement speed and carrying capacity, right? You can I should mention. So the robots you can use are Sentry, Robo Brain, Protectron, Assaultron, and Mr. Handy, right? So Assaultron has the fat legs, have weaker carrying capacity, but they move the fastest, right? Well, I guess so. Sentry legs technically move faster, but they struggle to get through narrow passageways, and they're loud as fuck.
Can you give the Assaultron a sexy MILF voice?
One of them there's a plot relevant one that comes with one. Kinda.
Like the one in Good Neighbor.
Very similar, actually.
Then if you can't make one yourself, then what's the damn point?
By the way, you can make there's no limit to how many robots you make. Like you can have them run a settlement.
Oh, well, undoubtedly.
Which is really cool because tell me you don't like the idea of building guard robots. At least a tiny bit.
Yeah, but if I can't make one sound like a MILF, then I might as well just stick with Curie.
There's mods for that. There's also like some 47 weapon options. And that's like counting the shoulder ones. So like the torso affects health and armor. Like and this is one of those categories where it's not so much of like which one is best, but what are you trying to accomplish, right? Like the Sentry has the highest armor carrying capacity and gets 2 shoulder weapon slots. However, much like Sentry Bots and the rest of Fallout 4, if you're in an extended fight, it'll have to power down to cool off every so often.
Where's the punch out screen?
Oh wait. It's over. Is it in here? I thought I heard it when in the meeting room. No. Wherever we spawned, it should be relatively close to that. By the way, if I'm ever rambling too much, do not be afraid to tell me to switch topics or shut up.
No, you're good. I appreciate someone who knows how to keep a conversation going in this stream. Because I am not awfully chatty on my own.
Fair enough. But so like with the robots, there's the weapon customization is absurd. Like you can give them a minigun, missile launcher, cryojet, a shot claws. Like you can make some really customized shit.
Look at this thing. I just noticed it's like a hawk with legs.
Wait, is it bad that my first thought was wait? I thought hawks had legs. Bigger legs.
No, they don't.
No, I'll send you a picture of Big Hug Bill later. Big Hug Bill stood at a mighty like 7'3".
If birds had legs, they wouldn't need to fly.
True. No, Big Hug Bill was covered in spikes, had 2 mini nuke launchers on his shoulders, a missile launcher in one, a spiked hammer on one hand and a minigun on the other, and could shot he was just the biggest robot I could make. And the best part was, I gave him a sentry torso, but a Saltron leg. So, like, not only does this fucker shoot mini nukes, but when he sees you, he is fucking full-on sprinting at you. Here, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna send you the picture right now. I've got it favorited on my phone. You know, like, do you remember the Ironworks that had the whole thing where, like, they were all obsessed with fire, right?
Yeah, those guys.
I made robots there that had better fire weapons just to fucking spite them.
Good. Was not fond of those guys.
Yeah, no, they were a nuisance. It's taking me a slightly more time to find the image than I thought it would. Just give me a moment.
Hey, Pat. Need a hand?
Proud of you. Why am I searching Discord on my phone? I can search it on the fucking computer I'm using.
Kind of made a conundrum. Oh well.
If I don't find it like the next minute or two, I'll send it later. It's just I'm so proud of Big Hug Bill.
Can he compete with Doug Huggum?
Potentially, honestly.
Impossible.
Search has image from
Whoa! I just did like a super jump with this barrel.
Oh yeah, no, that'll happen occasionally. For me, if you back up, like, or in any capacity, near a what the fuck is it called? One of the medkit spots, I've had those freak the fuck out on me too.
Oh yeah, the joke I was gonna make was I was gonna use one of the Terminator bodies and just set it face down at the bottom of some stairs.
Oh yeah?
To be like he fell down the stairs.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey Johnny, play that one about falling down the stairs.
Huh?
It's an Astif movie joke where it's like, sure thing, pal, and he just falls down the stairs and crashes headfirst into the piano.
Unbelievable! Could you imagine the step?
Oh.
He's genius!
Rainy Cat, thank you for the follow. Welcome
Hannah.
to the Coven. That's who?
Alright, it's my girlfriend, Hannah.
Oh hey, how nice.
I can't find the picture finally, but this robot stood at a mighty 6'2" or 7'2". It was amazing.
Shallow to you too.
But also, do you know what the best part about this is? Is that you could also customize Codsworth.
Oh, he's finally useful?
Well, yeah, because you could customize existing robots too. Like, so you can't like give him like lockpicking module stuff because out in Intrusive Dog, but you can give him like proper weaponry and shit. Also, all of the custom robots you make, you can tell them to self-destruct if you are so inclined.
Can you fuck them?
It's probably a mod for that.
I mean, what kind of scientist would you be if you made a robot you couldn't fuck?
Dr. Zero?
Android 18?
Actually, no. Yeah, you're right.
Android 16 through 18, all very fuckable. Checkmate.
As hubris for my fucking mismemory, I have to mop up a bucket I spilled. Is there a clear enough path to start bringing these buckets up to the incinerator?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna hold shift when I get to the stairs.
Are you gonna RP walk?
Well, no, it's just that I tend to knock shit over if I'm walking full speed upstairs. You know what the best part about the sewer level is that you can just throw the buckets into the pool of already dirty water.
Oh, damn it.
Fire.
Yeah. Just
I've gotten pretty good at if you want me to do the lasering, I can handle that. I've gotten pretty good at it.
No, I'm fine. I know how to use it.
How's it going on Skyrim, by the way, Hannah? She's actually trying out the survival mode stuff that they added for the 10-year anniversary update.
Scary.
Dude, they added fishing to it, and it's actually pretty great. Like,
You could already fish. Just jump in the water and grab them.
Oh yeah, but there's a bunch
like
of
a true node.
There's a bunch of interesting quests I do, and most of them aren't like what you expect, where it's like, oh, go here or catch this fish. Like, you think that'd be about the depth that you expect, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there are some of those, obviously, but there's also ones that are pretty fucking interesting. Like, there's one where it starts out as you have to catch a glass fish for the the old lady who runs the alchemist shop at Fall Creek. Right?
Glass fish.
Yeah, glass fish. It's
trying our survival mode means freezing to death. She says.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. But so one of the cooler things is that so you give her the fish and then she's like, "Here's your payment," but in the payment she hands you a letter from the fire.
Yeah, I was turning a box into some slag and it happened. Look, I made this.
Oh yeah.
Just like your metallurgy streams.
Oh yeah. By the way, I finally got the last thing I need to remake my the plaster foundry today, actually.
Yeah. How are those streams, by the way? I have not caught one yet.
They've been a little sparse because I've been busy, but I'm gonna be doing a bunch of stuff for Extra Life because I'm a part of a group called the ACM. It's just help people learn more computer skills and learn how to apply them. We do a lot of like how to adult stuff for the university chapter. Like we're gonna do
another fire.
Interviews.
2 fires.
I was doing good at keeping up with it, and then I lag spiked, and then there was so much more fire. But anyways, so we always do a bunch of streams for Extra Life, right? Are you familiar with the organization?
I'm not.
So it is a company that helps to run a big stream. They run it year round, but the big week is in like early November to raise money for the Miracle network of children's hospitals, like the Arkansas Children's Hospital.
Uh-huh.
And that's actually a fun fact. That was actually kind of what started me with streaming my metalworking. Is I used to just do it whenever, and my buddy Gage from work, who's in the chat, was going to be part of the Extra Life stream, was like, "Hey, do you ever consider like this would be pretty cool to watch, and you could help raise money for children's hospitals?" I'm like, "Okay." And after doing that, that's kind of how I hit affiliate in a month streaming off of my phone.
Nice. I think I hit affiliate in a week because I got rated by a very big popular streamer.
Oh yeah. I actually hit the hardest. Sorry.
Are you familiar with Catboy?
Like a specific one or just in general?
Twitch user Catboy.
I am not.
Formerly Catboy Mech.
No, I'm unfortunately I know about some of the bigger VTubers, but I'm very much still like a spectator,
Well, anyway, yeah, they rated me, drew me a free emote, and that's how I skyrocketed to affiliate. Probably a lot earlier than I was prepared, but
Oh yeah. I used to stream a lot more regularly. I used to do like 3 a week plus metalworking, and then I had my foot surgery, and I realized not to say I wasn't having fun with the streams, but it was like, man, this was the frequency was 100% detracting from the fun, So now I just kind of stream whenever. I've also realized that I'm a lot happier being the guy like collaborating or helping set up stuff rather than being the guy in front of the camera all the time,
Very valid.
Which is
why
I get,
being a stream producer does seem pretty fun.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty good at coming up with fun ideas. Like, do you know the whole fishing fundraisers ended? I actually gave them that idea a few months ago.
Oh, nice. Oh, another fire in the hallway. It's a small one though.
No, I really like coming up with fun ideas. And, Like, and I've also realized that I'm also come to terms that my capacity as a manager is limited. Like with the Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, just keeps getting put off because I realize, man, I do not feel like I am the best person to run this, you know?
Yeah.
And it's also because my schedule's gotten a lot more busy. That's another factor I should acknowledge. So I don't. But it's also because I had a little bit of decline in interest in Yu-Gi-Oh for a little bit. You know, I can only play it for a couple months at a time.
Also fair. Kind of felt the same way.
Have I ever actually told you what I do for work?
No.
I am a research assistant for a lab called the Emerging Analytics Center. It is one of the top 5 VR and virtual reality, augmented reality research centers in the country.
Damn.
Or at least it was at one point. I don't know if we necessarily still have the title, but I know that we were at least one at a point because we have a banner for it. But yeah, no, it's ironically, until very recently, I worked on one of the few non-VR and AR projects, which actually kind of ties into what I'm working on my thesis for. It was an AI to reduce the mental effort of screening passenger luggage at airports. Essentially, like, we know we can't replace the person altogether because it's just too subjective of a task, right? And we already have research that shows all it takes is 3 hours of a continual effort, attention-driven task, and you start getting non-trivial fatigue. TSA knows this, and that's why they have very short shifts, right? So the idea is, what if we use an AI and train it to mimic one of those top operators, but we still have a human but giving the judgment call, essentially?
Yeah.
And that project just ended like in August. The new one I'm on, to the point where I'm still learning what the acronym stands for. It's called the DART project. So the idea is we have like
Sounds
there's a bunch
edgy.
of different, a little bit. So have you ever heard of a VR cave?
No.
So, you know, when
Is
you
that
think
like
of virtual reality,
is that like a think tank?
not entirely unlike it, but it's a little different. So it's a setup where you have like, I think it's like 10 feet by 12 feet walls. You have 3 of those that are all they're made of monitors, so it's all projectable surfaces. So the idea is that when you have a VR system, typically it's very restrictive and it's only one person can see what or experience it, right? The cave allows for collaborative interaction, essentially. Like, one person still has the controller and is steering, right? But everyone can put on glasses and see what they're seeing.
Yeah.
So this is real because the idea of the DART project is, can we connect multiple different devices to, like, say, a cave system and a headset, or or a cell phone or whatever, to the same interactive scene and have interactions by one user broadcast to the rest of the system?
Like a VR couch co-op, in a way?
Kind of. It'd be more like proper multiplayer support, if you could think of it that way.
Yeah.
So and one of the use cases we've come up with, we work with, but we are not dependent on the University of Arkansas Little Rock, right? There's an adjacent college, which is UAMS, the University of Arkansas for Medical Science, and we have a thing we built for them a while ago. We call it Anatomy Eyes, but it's a virtual cadaver, essentially, right? Because if you know anything about cadavers, they're expensive. They're usually in short supply, right? And
I mean, yeah, when you got big names like Guillermo del Toro's brother on them, ballistic gel torso.
Oh yeah. That's
a bad pun. I'm sorry.
You're fine. The other problem is the more you use a cadaver, the less useful it becomes. You can only stitch a body back together so many times, right? So what we built for
theoretically,
like, but if depending on when you start your rotation, you might be getting a brand new body or one that's been cut apart and sewed together 76 times. So the idea with the virtual cadaver is it's a fully interactable 3D model. You can pull off specific muscles. You can turn on and off different layers, like, skeletal versus muscle, etc. And it's basically a primer for learning anatomy, right?
Yeah, it's like the shit they got in the Star Trek holodeck. I don't go too far.
So one use case that I pitched for the DART project is because right now we're still very much like setting up the infrastructure and stuff and everything and getting that figured out. But we want to have some like reasonably simple in terms of the effort use cases that we could try to demo at some point, right? So one that I suggested is, what if we took the anatomy eyes and made it to where you had multiple users? So like, for example, you could use it for a surgeon walking a first year through the procedure they're going to be doing. Or something to that effect, you know?
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see where it goes, and it's also giving me a chance to learn a new programming language. Right
That's
now,
awesome.
right now we're using a thing called, so there's a file format called GLTF, which is basically using a JSON, which I know how to use, to encrypt 3D data, right? So you could transfer it.
I
3D
have some experience with JSON files.
So all the
Like
GLTF
not making them,
is,
just using them.
yeah.
Mm.
Well, JSON. The beauty of JSON is like it's an XML file, which means that it has no inherent structure. It is whatever the fuck you define it as, essentially.
Yeah.
So with GLTF, it's just a JSON wrapper around a 3D file. But what? So we started using that, and
You said wrapper, and I thought my thoughts immediately went to JSON Derulo.
You know what? Fair.
I'm
just
sorry.
No, you're fine. Real quick. I'm gonna bring a bunch of. I think I'm gonna bring a bunch of buckets up there, just because I'm tired of walking back and forth.
All right.
But because we were doing this fucking fast. This is actually my first time playing this game in multiplayer.
I remember, I think the last time I played this, I had an argument with my friend about the importance of stacking the boxes and barrels.
Yeah, no, I very much subscribe to the mindset of I am going to burn everything. The map will be nice and clean and fuck, I forgot to put my map. But no, the Dark Project has been really exciting. I also had an interview last week, actually.
Oh?
Yeah, for so Dillard's IT branch pays surprisingly well. You know, Dillard's the big box store for clothes and shit, right?
Sorry, say that again?
The store Dillard's.
Sounds familiar.
It's kind of more of mainly a thing in the South and Midwest. It's just kind of like a JCPenney's kind of deal, right?
Uh-huh.
And their IT branch department pays really well. I actually have some friends from the lab that work there now. And so there's a STEM career fair on campus 2 weeks ago, and I had forgotten about it because my plan had been at the time, you know, I was going to stay at the lab for, finish my master's this semester, and then try to get work. I'll start interviewing places and or take one more semester of courses to kind of diversify my skill set a little bit, and then use the summer session to do interviews and stuff. So while still having the job at the lab, if I don't land anything, right?
Yeah.
Which I feel like was a pretty good plan. And then so I go to the career fair on a whim, just because it's like fuck it, it's a Thursday, I got nothing going on. I have Hannah help me like 40 minutes before it starts make my resume more presentable, because I don't maintain like an active resume. What I do is something my high school English teacher, who's a nerd I wish I could be, taught me, which is just maintain a document that's just like all the shit you've done that could be worth including, if that makes sense.
Yeah, same. Like, I don't know how to write I think my resume PDF file is the same one I made like 10 years ago, and I'll just like update it infrequently.
Yeah, well, the Google Doc is just my way of preventing myself from having to go, fuck, what did I do in 2017? You know? Anyway, so we get the resume going, and Dillard's is actually on site, so I give them my resume, and I kind of get an email 2 hours later about a virtual interview, which the next day, which was exciting but also nerve-wracking, right? And then that goes pretty well, because I have a friend that works there, and she tells me that the virtual interview is basically just their way of like getting to know more about you and your work, and they kind of use that as a personality check, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then after that, they do the on-site interview to like show you the people you'd be working with, get some more thorough questioning, and I had that on Wednesday.
Oh, how'd that go?
And I think it went really well, is how I felt. And then my friend Julia, who works on the same team with the person who was with the recruiter I talked to, said that they love me, so I'm like super excited.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because I might get that job starting in like January. And also, amidst all the other benefits, you get if you're an employee, you have a permanent 25% discount at Dillard's.
Nice.
So I'm super excited about that. I don't remember how I got to this topic, but that'll happen a lot with me, you know?
You mentioned you were good at helping people understand computers and stuff.
Yeah.
Would you happen to have any experience using Mix It Up bot?
Mix it up, yes.
Alright, because
You
I
wanna
had
make
mine
the
set up a
transition?
while ago, and I've only got a shoutout command in there, but I want to be able to make more soon.
Yeah, no, I'll be happy to help you with that.
Awesome. I need someone to... I just
There's actually
need...
a system I made for Mix It Up where I wanted to make a quote timestamp system so that people could just mark stuff to make clips, because it's the existing system is kind of not great as a content creator or an audience member, right? So, but the problem is I could never figure out how to do it with less than 2 bots, right? But I know how to do it with Mix It Up and another bot, which is great.
God damn it.
Here, let me do some lasering. I'm the metalwork here. Let me do some lasering.
I
Also,
got
here,
it,
you want-
just bad RNG.
Here, just give me a sec, because you also want to make sure, because you have to clean up the blemishes and stuff.
Yep,
Let me grab a bucket.
I've been getting those.
I've gotten 4 body parts in a row from the fucking bucket thing, by the way. After like walking it.
Of course.
Yeah. You know what? This bucket is going to be for body parts.
And so what I was trying to say is, I basically just need someone to walk me through making new Mix It Up bot commands, like...
Oh yeah,
but,
I got you.
But
I can
walk me through it like you're talking down to a 4-year-old.
I got you. You have to realize I demo to literal children all the time. I know how to simplify stuff.
Alright, cool.
Because I had an interesting talk with one of our the other people at the lab. Is they're like, I noticed that you don't like follow a script or anything for the, because when we're doing demos, we have certain projects that we'll demonstrate and explain, right?
Uh-huh.
And they say like, I noticed that, like you tend to give very different explanations. I told them, you know, my reasoning for that is there'll be times where we have like multiple groups coming through. So we'll have like 3 projects in a room, and we'll have each of them at a different station, right? And then you'll cycle through.
Yeah.
And to me, the reason that I try to like make sure I know enough to kind of just decide where I want the demonstration talk to go is I feel like if I'm one of those audience members, right, and I hear you give the same speech to me that you did to the other guy, like verbatim, it feels I think that's very impersonal, you know? So my approach has become, know the fundamentals, don't plan the speech at all.
Makes sense.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
That was the thing I missed the most from COVID, those giving demos, because like there'll be like the people that will be giving demos who could range anywhere from, you know, like people that are there for a conference or a meeting or something, and they decide to come upstairs to the 4th floor, or, you know, high schoolers that are interested in computer science, or even like, you know, like we've had elementary schools before. Those are the best, because to them what we do is basically magic. And I didn't realize how much I love that until I didn't get to do it for 2 years.
I gotta hand it to people who know how to teach. Seems very fulfilling, but I don't know if I have the
Hannah's
patience
actually
or...
studying to become a teacher.
I don't know if I'd have like the patience or mental capacity to handle that.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. That's why, like, I have nothing but respect for Hannah for going into education, because it's just like, man, I work with soulless machines for a reason. You know?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, you know, I used to when I got out of high school, I was the shyest person you would have ever met.
Oh, same.
What's funny is I didn't know what I wanted to do coming out of high school, right? So I decided to go to this local community college called CARC, because it's like, you know what? I can just go ahead and take the courses that I'll have to take no matter what, where it's like a few $100s cheaper per class, right? So, and I'm at the cafe, and I've been like, so to give you some context, we moved to Arkansas when I was in 2nd grade, and while we didn't have all the same people and new people would join occasionally, I've been with a lot of the same people since 2nd grade all the way through 12th, right? So college was scary, because all of a sudden, I know no one. So like the first 3 weeks at CARC, you know, just going to my classes, at lunch, I just kind of sit outside, just eat and not talk to anyone, right? And then I hear it around a table, people talking about Dragon Ball Z Abridged, like, specifically it was the fucking, no one goes there since they gained the ability to tell the future. And then I just chime in from my table by myself, Gohan becomes strong to the universe but doesn't do crap. And I just kind of jumped into that group. and they broke me out of my shell to the social Mothra that I am today.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
You wanna do karate in the garage?
Haha, that thing was a guy. Goku, did you just read my mind? Uh-huh. Muffin button. What?
Oh, I guess so. I got to actually see the Namek. So first con I ever went to was Anime Expo 2014 because I actually wrote a paper for it. Back then you got a free pass for the academic program. That paper was bad. I forgot to include sources. I was a babby, all right. But,
I mean, I did a. You want to talk about cringe?
I'm not talking about cringe. I still stand by the paper.
In community college, I made a report on how to play Halo Reach.
That's valid. I've written 2 papers for Anime Expo, and then I started just going as an attendee.
I didn't use any sources because sources were myself.
Oh, yeah, no, that one don't need to, but I was writing, trying to write an academic. So the 2 papers I wrote, right? The first one, and I don't remember the titles because, the title that you give them is never the one that they use, right? They'd usually come with actually a better one. So the first paper I wrote was about, so do you know what cosmology is in a theology sense?
Yeah.
So it was looking at within the anime and manga, the elements that would suggest the existence of a Pokemon cosmology in universe, and then what the representation of that cosmology could be implying about existing ones, you know? Legendary Pokemon are gods. Every single movie is scientists trying to fuck with gods using technology. Conclusion was basically that if any intersection of technology and religion or theology would need to be very, very careful, right? Paper was all right. Not super proud of the paper. Second one though, I could literally tell you the moment I had the idea for the paper. That one was, the title they gave me was Nature and Humanity, the Parable of Pokemon. So I had a notebook that I would just write random Pokemon lore in, right, when I was bored.
So let me give you a question real quick.
Yeah.
What's the most edible Pokemon?
That is a matter of opinion. I am going to say, so I know, this is how much of a fucking nerd I am. I know which decks that Pokemon had dex entries talking about what parts of them are edible. And I'm gonna go with Slowpoke Tail is a classic one. A lot as far as the Pokedex entries go, generally the Sun and Moon are the most interesting ones because everything else is just kind of parroting the same 2 or 3 pieces of information back and forth, right? And you get to fucking Alola, and it's this thing, everything else will be Pikachu's just will occasionally burn its berries, and then Alola will be it eats 6 baby souls a day.
Yeah, for some reason, Alola just went, hey, this Pokemon will kill you if you touch it, for 50 of them.
I never played it Sun or Moon, but I fucking love the Pokedex from it. It makes it so much more interesting. Before that, I could count on one hand the number of Pokedex entries about what Pokemon eat which other Pokemon.
Rotom's a little fucking shit.
It is.
And he'd be oh, this Pokedex entry is really fucked up, and I just want to grab him, stick him into a Pokemon, and be like, yeah, let's test it out.
Oh yeah, there's. Have you seen the argument? It's don't you wish it was a Pokemon universe? And it's always Beedrill's 6 foot tall, right? And then it was a Tumblr post, and the response is, they have free universal healthcare. I will fight a swarm of Beedrill naked and armed with a spoon.
I'll pass.
But no, so anyway, so the nature Pokemon paper, I was writing down all the Pokemon Omega. This is right when Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire had just come out, right? And I was thinking, I was man, you look at the list, got Gengar, Sharpedo, Beedrill, Mewtwo, Gyarados. So these are not Pokemon that are known to get along well with people.
Oh yeah, Haunter and Gengar will just
kill people for fun.
They'll just pull your soul out of your body, take you on a Peter Pan adventure for fun.
Oh yeah, everything else, it'll say it can kill or it will. Now Gengar is one of the few entries where it says it will just hunt people because it feels like it.
Just as a funny prank.
There's a really fun video there's a YouTuber called Bumbles McFumbles.
Sounds.
It's great. That name makes you think there's That name almost makes you think they're a short form animator, right? Because every short form animator on YouTube has that type of name.
I try not to assume now.
Fair enough. Oh, hey, you caught it.
Yeah, I'm just that good. Still gotta mop up that little spot right there.
I got it.
Right there.
Oh.
In here. In here.
And here. Oh,
That was clean water.
Spot. Ah, fuck. My hubris. You know you could actually just dump the part, except if you miss, but you can dump these in the buckets as well. I'm doing a horrible job of demonstrating it, but I've done it before. Man,
alright, I'll stop fucking around.
I know way too much about Pokemon.
Oh, you can ask me about Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Destiny or Halo.
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! I used to know everything about it. I would take, because I used to play with, when I was an undergrad, there was this place we dubbed the Nerd Tables where all the nerds would hang out in the cafeteria. It was really just where the outlets were.
Mm-hmm.
And occasionally we'd get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And we'd start bringing just not like super practical decks, but fun ones to play around with. Guess what I actually ended up building and doing pretty well with? I can sum it with one Breaking Bad quote. Yeah, bitch! Magnets!
Oh, Magnet Warriors?
Yeah, because this is like right when the Electrodes came out.
Yeah, when the new support came out, then they became usable.
Oh yeah.
And
I literally I had a class that I had to put no effort into.
And you could just turbo out Valkyrion.
Oh yeah. No, do you know what the best the engine I found for magnets is actually? Like, unironically?
Adamantium? Oh.
You suck.
Hey.
I heard a beep and then you said hey and then there was silence and I was worried.
Sal, your girlfriend redeemed you suck.
Valid?
Bitch.
Hannah's cute when she's confused. Which, given my inability to be quiet, happens a lot. This is a really good game just to veg out, and you know?
No, you're fine. I was kidding. You're fine. I wouldn't...
Kyle has a command that just has the reverb suck play over the sound bits.
Hey, it has been a while though since I've had used sound alerts, so I kind of thought it would be the word suck with reverb too, so... Surprise for all of us. But I mean, hey, I wouldn't have that sound alert there if I didn't think it was okay.
I mean, I go against that philosophy. I have the cloaker sound effect because that's my PTSD demon from Payday 2.
Oh yeah, I got the cloaker sound effect as a mod for the charger in Left 4 Dead 2.
I want to like Payday 2 more. It's just one of these games that I feel like I peaked in it, you know? I played it for a few months last summer.
I played Payday 2 way too much one summer, and then I just stopped playing it after I saw that, oh, they have H3 DLC, and like, these are those kind of people, okay.
Oh, yeah, I kind of lost interest around the same time, though, for different reasons. So if my understanding, the H3 one was they were being pushed into a stupid lawsuit from somebody that didn't like that they got criticized on the internet, right? And the people at Overkill were fans and decided to do that as a way of like, hey, we'll add a silly, tongue-in-cheek references in the game, but we'll give you the money from this as payment for your voice lines and likeness and stuff to help with that stupid lawsuit. Which I think, like, at least conceptually, that's not good and well intended enough, you know.
I guess Ethan would be the kind of dude to support people like that.
Well, this was also back in like 2013, 2014, I want to say, so before we knew how fucking crazy he was, unfortunately.
I mean, you go on YouTube and search H3 triggered compilations, you probably could.
Yeah, now it's one of those things where with most content creators, where in retrospect, it's like, how the fuck did we not see this, you know?
Yeah.
I think we might have got almost all the blood up already.
Oh, I missed the blemish.
Here, let me do some lasering.
But I'm gonna laser in.
Oh, I bet the timing. Oh, there's a few botches here still.
Yeah, I said I missed one.
Oh, I wonder if the timing is any different for like the robot face plants. I know
The
it's
robot
really
footprints?
I know they're actually footprints, but I think it's way funnier to imagine like a Roblox character-sized robot face planted there. Here, let me try. I'll see if the timing's any different. Because normally it's just like you count to 3.
Oh, I haven't had any blemish or fire problems with any of the footprints at all. So.
Okay. Oh, actually, you know what I'll do?
I think the timing is more lenient.
I'll start working on medkits.
Oh yeah.
Why is replacing the medkit so fucking satisfying?
Health.
Oh, so Hannah, you might not know this, but Cynimax is a big Halo fan, from my understanding.
Yeah.
Hannah is also a giant Halo fan.
I
we
have
missed blood in the office, by the way.
There's a lot of places we miss blood and dirt. I have read Halo: The Fall of Reach maybe 10 times in a month. Oh, fuck you.
Did you get a body part?
No, I was trying to stack a box and it fell.
Hannah, you like a lot of stuff because that makes you depressed.
Come on! Well, fuck you. Man, I saw on the TV at work that there's gonna be a Grey's Anatomy season premiere soon. Like, why is that show still going?
That show just makes everyone sad.
Like, what's the point of going on after they killed McDreamy?
Right?
And then they never got rid of him because like his girlfriend or ex-wife or whatever just started hallucinating about him to tell her to do a good job.
Right. You know what the most
it's like
medically accurate
It's like the Bella Swan.
though?
Scrubs, my favorite.
Yeah, Scrubs. I like Scrubs because it makes reference to a book my dad convinced me to read. Have you ever heard of a book called The House of God?
No.
It has nothing to do with religion, actually. It's a story of a doctor's time interning at this one very prestigious hospital in rural Ireland. It's by Samuel Shaw, and it covers a lot of ground, like a lot of dark ground later on. And given that the author at one point was going to be a doctor before they became writers, some people, and historically, residencies used to be way more nightmarish than they are now, right? So some people theorize it's about his experience.
Yeah.
But there's one of the biggest things in the House of God is they introduced it to in day one. It's called Gomers. What does Gomers stand for? It stands for Get Out of My Emergency Room. It's what you're going to want to say when one of these dinosaurs is brought in from a nursing home at 3 a.m.
Yeah, they mentioned Gomers and Scrubs when Dan visits for the first time.
Yeah,
Judy's
and also
brother.
the zebra rule. You're looking at for a black zebra with white stripes when you should be looking for a white zebra with black stripes. That rule comes up too.
You can almost always catch me making a Scrubs reference.
Oh yeah.
Like one of my favorites to do is when I'm bleeding or see someone bleed, I refer to blood from the specific body part it came from.
Oh yeah.
From one episode, like, hey, this your head blood? When Judy was trying to get the okay to have sex with Molly.
Oh yeah. It's a really good show, honestly.
Yeah.
I have discovered, my new, because there's a lot of great memes from that show too. But you know what my favorite meme format will always be? It's small animals moving and jumping around with Super Mario World sound effects.
Oh, of course, a classic.
There's also one video I'll usually show to coworkers when they're in a bad mood. It's from there's a YouTuber I follow called Smitty, who does a lot of interesting. He's a very entertaining Canadian YouTuber, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he has a friend Blarg, who is the agent of chaos for their group. And he occasionally, you remember the old COD funny mic? Where you'd switch to the fucking, like, the Xbox controller's microphone, and it would sound like you're in a fucking tornado.
Whoa, get national headshot.
Yeah, that. He occasionally busts out the funny mic, and it just catches me off guard, because that is a dying art form.
It reminds me, one of my, how familiar are you with Wayne Radio TV?
Not very, unfortunately.
Well, one of his friends, Scorpy, Twitch user Sock Pens, for the longest time, he would use, on voice calls, would use a Rock Band 3 mic instead of a real microphone.
Alright.
And that's how he recorded all of his lines for Benry in Half-Life VR AI.
Oh, that's amazing. Have you seen that one video where it's like, it starts out as like a decent mic, he's like, fellas, is it gay to be attracted to women? And then by the end of it, it becomes a crunchy mic, fellas, is it gay to exist? If not, I'll definitely have to send that to you later. It's one of my favorites. It made me consider getting TikTok, which I only avoid because I know it'll happen to my productivity, you know?
I just don't want to manage another extra social media account.
That's also entirely fair because spoons are a finite resource.
Alright, Tommy Wiseau.
I did not hit her, it's bullshit.
Oh, well, okay. That footprint just unleashed 3 fires at once.
That's alright. I'm gonna take a... Before I forget, I'm gonna take a bucket to the meeting room and get the last bit of blood off the map.
Hey, speaking of Tommy Wiseau, want to hear my impression of him birdwatching?
Go for it.
Ha ha ha! What a stork.
Alright, that was actually a good one. Alright, I got a really stupid joke for you. If this joke has either been flat or the funniest thing anybody's ever heard. It's a very feast or famine. You ready?
Alright.
What's the worst part about being a dyslexic, agnostic insomniac? You lay awake at night. Every night you lay awake in bed wondering if there really is a dog.
I knew the punch on would be dog. I just didn't know how it'd get there.
It's like a very good bad joke, you know? I think there's an art to that as well. There's like an art to being good at being bad, where it's like endearing.
My modus operandi with puns is let 'em rip.
Yeah, go full Beyblade.
If you can think one up, just say it.
You're gonna have to laser the TV in the boardroom, and I think that's really funny. It's in the same way that lasering, like, the fucking pressure-sensitive valves in the fucking paint in its tunnels map. This is just a really fun game to relax in, honestly. As weird as that may sound.
It's a very gormless game where you can just zone out and talk about anything.
Oh yeah. So I have a game I've been revisiting for 2015. Have you ever heard of The Escapists as a game?
No.
It is a top-down pixel-style 2D prison escape game. And a lot of the fun of it comes from, like, so there's a bunch of different prisons of increasing difficulty, right? And you'll have to figure out how the hell you're going to escape, but you also have to fit it in amidst the routine you have to maintain, because you have a heat meter, right? So if, like, you know, if guards, you'll go up a little bit if a guard sees you, you know, like rummaging through somebody's pockets when they're knocked out, or starting a fight, or going into someone else's desk, right? It goes up a lot if they see you, like, you know, you're supposed to be at the gym at this time, right, or whatever. So you have to find, like, when can you slip away to work on this little tunnel, you know?
Mandatory gym, I die.
Yeah, exactly. So does that make sense though? So, like, a lot of the fun is, like, figuring out how to, like, maintain your routine within the larger routine and not fuck up. I'm at the stage where, like, I'm digging a tunnel and I have access to the stuff to make supports and everything. I do have to beat someone up every day because I have to plant the dirt on someone else. But so I'm in the part of the game where it's like just maintain the routine and don't fuck it up. I fucked it up exactly twice.
Fire in the hole.
Did you just throw an explosive into the incinerator?
Those lights. Those lights that will explode if you throw them. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
3 Mississippi,
Alright,
2 Mississippi, 1 Mississippi.
I've got a
It's fine.
random question for you, right?
Shoot.
Every time I've said that, I've spilled a bucket. Goddamn. So you get to swap the flavors of 2 fruits. The textures, size, everything else will remain within their respective fruits. It is strictly just the flavor that gets changed. What are you swapping?
Mangoes and pears.
Nice. I would go like, I want oranges, but in like grapes, so I could just pop an orange in my mouth.
You can. They're called tangelos.
Those are strictly for warding off clowns, and you know it.
Messes, of course, messes with their equilibrium.
They'll destroy us all otherwise.
Destroy us all. Destroy us all.
Us all.
Destroy us all. Destroy us all.
Us all.
Destroy us all.
It took so much willpower to not just start actually yelling that and scare the shit out of Hannah in the other room.
Destroy us all! Destroy us all!
Janitor walks in and starts cleaning shit up. God damn, I'm so close to having the last bit of blood out of this room. How's it going on your end?
Stacking boxes.
Nice.
I mean barrels.
The box ghost would be proud.
Beware.
You remember when his big power upgrade at the end of the show was that he got bubble wrap?
No, I don't remember that.
Oh, it was good.
I remember he and the lunch lady ghost have a kid, and they're called Boxed Lunch.
Box lunch, yeah. No, there's a whole bit towards the very end of the show where like all the bads team up with Danny against like a bigger bad, right? And there's a part where there's like, you know that dragon, that ghost that turns into like an old medieval style dragon, right? They have like ice prep this shit, and they become friends. Oh no, it's not that. It was like a sleepy, big, like kind of the big sleepy giant kind of trope, right? And they had a freezing breath. And then there's a part where like they're going after the big bad's army, and you're getting to see all the previous antagonists show off, right? And the fucking box ghost was I am the box ghost, and I now have reaches like in the pocket, bubble wrap, and like he just starts tying up all the ghosts with it.
I am the Box Ghost! Beware!
Box Ghost is like the best side character from a Nickelodeon show, probably. Or at the very least, a strong contender.
Anytime someone talks about Danny Phantom, there's always the same 3 talking points. Talk about the Box Ghost, talk about the time he turned into a human in the Ghost World, because in the Ghost World, humans are ghosts. And they talk about the movie where he died. To Ghost Thanos.
You forgot about the 4th point, the goth vibes. Huh, did this game get an update recently?
I don't know.
Because I'm seeing some different behavior. So I was like mopping and I dropped a bloody bit into the bucket and it instantly converted it into a, you know, it has to be destroyed now. Which of course it should, but I could have sworn I've gotten away with that before.
I don't know.
What else have you been playing recently, by the way?
Oh, you know, just playing way too much Destiny 2.
Hannah used to play a good amount of that, I think. If she's still watching.
One of my friends also finally pressured me into buying Splatoon 3.
How is that? I've been hearing good things about it.
You've experienced a connection error. You've experienced a connection error. You've experienced a connection error.
Oh, so the standard Nintendo Online experience.
Yeah. So in the meantime, I've just been doing more of the single player campaign.
I've heard really good things about the campaign. The game style I've heard is also very good.
It's still got that very fresh vibe.
I love the big boy. I love the big manta race so much.
Hey! He just speaks in A's and then has parentheses to translate what the A means.
A man has fallen into the water in Lego City.
A man has fallen into the river in Lego City. Build the helicopter. Hey!
Oh, I found a body, which means I've just found a bunch of blood.
Uh-oh,
And
better
you know,
call
like,
emergency
occasionally
meeting.
you know how like when you grab something this, sometimes it doesn't grab it at a great angle? Yeah. Wait, did I drop it? Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, it's all falling apart!
God fucking damn it, Pat. You dropped the spaghetti!
I dropped the spaghetti, I left footprints everywhere, I knocked over a bucket. This was just a comedy of errors. But no, I think
I used to think my life was a comedy. Now I realize it's a documentary.
Oh yeah, so I never told you I went on that whole tangent about Fallout, and I never actually told you the funny bit. So the raider bases are very similar to settlements, but with different rules. Like you can extort food from neighboring settlements, because the bandits, they didn't sign up to be farmers, right? So they get pissed at you if you do that. And you can also make like distilleries and shit to give them drugs and alcohol, right?
Of course.
To the point where it is more happiness efficient to have them starving but fucking loaded than it is to fucking have
drugs?
one person, than have one person make food. And Hannah sees this, she's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I'm their boss, not their friend.
To quote Fanny Pack from Wooly's KOTOR 2 Let's Play, I love drugs!
Oh yeah. I will say, like, Fallout 4 is not a bad game. I just say it's
Yes,
a bad
it is.
RPG. It's not. It's got some fun quality of life improvements. It's just the RPG is gone. It's just a looter shooter.
Yeah, remember when you could create your own character? Now they just assign you your personality now?
Yeah.
The freedom of choice!
New Vegas had a bit of a narrow thing. The courier was more workable,
Yeah.
but 3 was the last one where we had a truly blank slate.
Because you basically have like amnesia, essentially, from the bullet to the head, so you're like, I can just remake myself now.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
I gotta
thank God,
ask,
there's
what's
a
your favorite? What's your favorite of the expansion DLCs for New Vegas?
That's a hard one. I have to remember them all. There's Dead Money, which is the Sierra Madre. Old World Blues, which is the Divide.
Old World Blues is Big Empty.
Oh.
The Divide is Lonesome Road.
Yeah, that's all 3 of them, right?
There's also Honest Hearts.
Oh yeah,
That's
Joshua
the one-
Graham.
That one isn't even bad. I feel like it's the weakest entry, you know, because there has to be a weakest entry.
No, weakest entry is definitely Lonesome Road.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Like, it's
not
bad. It's just,
like,
it feels
kind
kind of out of place.
I hate that dude so much. Just speak normal English before I choke it out of you.
I'll give you that. We got upgrades for Eddie, though. That was fucking sick.
Oh boy, because I used Eddie so much.
You loved Rex, didn't you?
Why would I use Eddie when Veronica and Arcane are right there?
I love Arcane games so much. You know, there's actually a bit for Veronica from Dead Money.
Yeah, that's her girlfriend you work with.
Well, Dead Money, I'll say this. I wish... so a roommate I had in the past had talked to me about that and about how useful Bloody Mess was for that. I will say that in terms of the gameplay impact, the start of Dead Money probably hits harder than any of the other DLCs do at any point.
Oh, definitely.
Like, you are fucking back to basics, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I will say I understand why, but I don't like that I have to use console commands to no clip to go back to the Sierra Madre. There is one guy in Old World Blues who I resonated with way too much. There's like one of the guys is like, I can reduce any piece of technology to a non-functioning state. And while I was like on a fuck ton of painkillers from surgery, I took a screenshot of that, sent it to Kyle. I was like, hey, look, it me.
Haha. I'm trying to use the sniffer right now. What does blue mean again?
Are you on left click or right click mode? Left click is organic stuff, right click is inorganic stuff.
Okay, green is inorganic.
Oh yeah, we still got a fair amount too. Like I'm lasering up some holes. Ah, god damn it, fire. Is it just me, or does it feel like the fire on average, like the soot takes way more like mops, buckets to clean up than like blood and shit do? Like you'll have to clean your mop more times with soot than you would with the same like volume of blood. So with like the Y-shaped footprints, it looks like you can do it in two, like you can like start cleaning it or lasering it and it'll still be like glowing red and then laser it again so you can fix it without burning.
Yes, I figured that out too. Okay,
There's a lot of Velociraptor tracks in here. This song's a pretty great way to round out the weekend, honestly.
yeah. My favorite new meme with robots from RoboCop is that post on Twitter is like, Mutual, unfollow the problematic account now. You have 30 seconds to comply.
Oh yeah.
Brilliant.
Which on one hand, I get where that kind of energy's come from, but at the same time, it's very authoritarian, and you know.
That's the energy I try to exude at all points online. Because
I'm gonna fix my posture real quick.
Like, I have somehow become friends with a lot of not safe for work artists, so I'm like pretty entwined in that community, and I have been around enough people to learn a lot of discourse about certain artists. I'm just I just like try to spread the awareness to other people, like, hey, don't follow this person, they're not great. And people be like, oh shit, okay, then like a week later they'll completely forget my warning, repost art of them again in the channel, and be like, hey, I just told you they're bad, stop following them.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, it's so easy, just click block and you'll never have to have this problem with me again.
It's kind of like the issue, like it's even worse when it's like not just NSFW obviously, but in general, it's like it's one thing when somebody who like you're indifferent to is bad, turns out to be problematic, but then it's even worse. But it's worse when it's like, man, that was actually a talent there, you know? It's the whole like, why can't it be Applebee's that's homophobic instead of Chick-fil-A argument.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
I've kind of managed to evolve past that mentality. I just look at it and I go, I shrug and I go, oh well. And I've learned to have a lot less stress by just acting like that, living like that.
That's a good point. I'm finishing up the lasering in the meeting room. Have you seen that joke about Raid Shadow Legends? Like, you know it's a bad game when there's no porn of it.
Exactly.
Which, it first of all, phenomenal joke, but also it's like, fuck, there's some truth to that.
Mm-hmm.
There's zero intersection of people that with the time and drive to make art of the game and people who play that game. Next, whenever you're done over there, we're gonna need to bring a bunch of bins over to get all the trash out of this room.
I don't know what room you're in.
Meeting room.
But I believe I am... Oh, hang on. I'm done with that room.
Nice.
The one where
Have you gotten the achievement for burning the music thing yet, by the way?
I don't know. Let's find out.
I don't think I burned it yet. Yeah, it's in the main foyer.
The foyer.
I found that like fixing with these lasers falls into like the same category of I'm good at it as long as I don't think about that if I'm good at it, you know, like typing without looking and shit.
Yeah, I've learned how to type without looking.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things where like calling it into attention makes you fucks you up a bit, you know?
Like, thanks Mavis speaking in middle school.
The metalwork in me sees all this brass. I'm like, I could make so many ingots out of that. I'm really excited for November because I've actually got a. So the fun fact is you can make a foundry using sand and plaster that can melt copper.
Huh.
Yeah, no, it's a surprisingly cheap hobby to get into, honestly. Like the crucibles I use that are like professional grade, the good clay graphite ones, they're like $20 on Amazon.
Miguel Lamarck. Excuse me.
Bless you. Oh, so moving back to Skyrim for a second. You know how there's the DLC that lets you make houses and shit, right?
You mean the worst DLC?
I like that I can have a house. I like that I can have a character who's making
not subjectively, objectively.
Okay, I'll give you that. But so you know how each of the house has its own unique function. Like the Falkreath house has the beehive, and there's the one in the swamp that has the fish hatchery, right?
Really?
Yeah, which actually like replenishes itself. Like you give it you put either like salmon roe or slaughterfish egg stuff in there, and then you'll just have a source of that fish every few days.
Neat.
So before they added the fishing stuff for the 10-year. There were like a total of 10.
Where'd blood come from?
Oh yeah, I've noticed that footprints just sometimes fucking show up with that explanation.
Was it because I stepped in a bloody briefcase?
Maybe. Throw the briefcase to see if it makes blood. I gotta move it. Oh, I found like there's like 2 or 3 of the name tags over here at the front desk. But anyway, so that fishery before you could put like salmon in there and then like the 5 or 6 fish that were good for potions, right?
Uh-huh.
And that was it. Well, all of the new stuff from the efficiency, which adds like some 20 or like 19 new fish, work for that. So now it's like a fucking like cornucopia of fish. I could send you the picture of that because that's like in my last 5 pictures. Let me show you what it can look like now. And this is with like a good few fish still missing.
Put it in the cornucopia.
I forgot that I took a bunch of pictures of other shit. Found it. All right. I'm just gonna DM you the picture so you can see what the fishery could look like now, like when you go under the water. Tell me that isn't kind of fucking beautiful.
It's like you're in a little aquarium.
Oh yeah, you could. So that new content also adds buildable aquariums to the built houses in the basement. So you know I turned that shit into Pokemon. Also, I sold Zen on it just by telling him that you can catch tiny little mud crabs now. Nah.
Mud crabs sure are a fucker. In my experience.
There's actually a quest line for where you get you get a letter where it's like sailors in Dawnguard are complaining about mud crabs being way more aggressive than usual and causing actual problems, right? Because normally they're pretty fucking passive, you know. And you go out there.
I seem to recall when they hit hard.
Yeah, they hit hard and they carry some really annoying diseases, but they're not like apex predators or anything, but right? They're usually like, hey, don't fuck with me and I won't fuck with you. You know?
Fuck around and find out.
So you go out and you find out that, oh, there was a necromancer out here who would use like illusion spells to lure them in and pacify them. Then he'd just murder them and then revive them to practice, right? And it eventually got to the point like these fuckers are super frenzied, like they are fucking leaping at you, and it's terrifying. And eventually, and then so you deal with those. You tell the Jarl, you know, what was happening, and then a while later you get another courier note. It's like, hey, we have got a big problem.
I like that you almost said email.
Right?
Damn, Skyrim has email? They really are. How the hell are they under the Empire's foot?
That's the real reason you stay with Al. That's the real reason you stay with. You know what it is? The Empire's 5G, and then the fucking Stormcloaks are the 5G conspiracy theorists.
So, funny thing about the Stormcloaks, when I was a kid and just got Skyrim, somehow it went completely over my head that the Stormcloaks are racist.
Same. And honestly, I just saw the the little guy, right? Like, this is like the first Elder Scrolls game I played, so it's just like, oh, the Empire? And these people want to be free from it? I'm like, I was in that stage where I was like, I wanted to be a communist and stuff, so I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'll side with the Stormcloaks. And then you look back at that and you're like, man.
I was like, oh no. What have I done?
Oh yeah. I think one of like the first ideas I ever had for a mod was I wanted to replace all the shout audio bits with Hank Hill or King of the Hill sound files. So like fire breath would just be something about propane.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's Bruce Roda. Mark for death would be, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Heavy melee attack is swing, Bobby, swing.
Right? Like there's some like I haven't checked yet. I'm gonna be a little disappointed if that doesn't exist in some capacity already. If we have Macho Dragon Randy Savage, we should have the Hank Hill audio mod.
What's the Venn diagram connecting King of the Hill and Macho Man?
Well, you know the mod I'm talking about. Everyone knows the mod I'm talking about.
Of course. How could I not?
No. Oh, it's funny. I've been chatting with Zen a lot.
I've seen the Steam Train quote speedrun of Skyrim.
Oh yeah.
Back when Steam Train and Game Grumps were good.
I just kind of lost interest in Game Grumps, and then the shit with Danny happened, where even though like it was turned out the allegations weren't, I won't say false, I'd say a little misleading.
What the hell happened to Dan?
There was basically an incident where a fan that he was talking with a lot, when flirting with, when they were right before they turned 18, which turned out to be just they met, and then she immediately turned 18. But you know how that looks, and that's valid.
Okay.
You know, there's people's misconstrued that a lot, and I get, and then that wasn't the great, kind of super cool of them. But Dan's response to allegations was, "I have done nothing illegal," which that just rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, that's not the best phrasing you want to have in that situation. Like, dude, come on. You're almost 50. You should know better.
I was gonna burn this briefcase, and then I saw the stack of them that you made, so I'm just adding it to that.
I was just gonna toss them in all at once.
I'm gonna bring another bin to the office because I think we're gonna need it.
Yeah, this one's almost getting full.
Actually, I'm gonna leave one in the bathroom for when we work on that, and I'll go grab a third bin. God damn it, body parts.
Time to RP walk with this full trash bin.
God damn it, more body parts. I'm cursed. Is it just me, or does the bin like spit out parts way less frequently than the bucket thing does?
Don't know.
Oh, I gotta take this bin to the trash immediately. It has a body part clipped into it. So it's not able, because it was like spinning around and flinging blood everywhere. You see?
Stop! Careful, this is full.
Oh, okay. I'm still dealing with the cleanup from the two body parts piles in a row I got. find a mop bucket. Ah, this is nice.
Do chairs count as garbage?
Use the sniffer to check. Move a chair in the hallway and see if it goes up when you're near it. God, it's so many fucking. It's almost a bit, like half a bin's worth of body parts just from those 2 in a row.
Are you sure right click is inorganic?
Yeah, left click is organic, right click is inorganic. You can use shell casings and trash to confirm that. Like here, use this. Well, you can also use this to confirm that it's organic. Here, look, like walk next to this box. If I drop this here, you'll see like it's freaking out now. That's because that's got body parts in it. But if you go to right click, it should be relatively tame, right? That's probably because we need to replace that turret up there.
I just walked away and it's kind of flaring up slightly at the chair.
We can burn them. I don't mind hauling them if you want.
Okay.
Here, I'll just start piling them in the hallway and I'll start moving them then. They're also really fun to throw, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, there's just this bucket up here, I forgot.
Oh, so the video that I might send you later, it's what I showed to my coworkers when I can tell they're having a little bit of a slow morning. It's so these guys, it's an animation where these content creators just talking while they're in a lobby, right? So one of their friends whose handle is Soup has a pool, right?
What do you mean just soup?
Yeah, it's just Soup. The chairs are guarding my laser now, by the way. They landed that way. But anyway, so Soup has a pool, right? And in winter, and it's during the winter, so he put a cover on it during winter, and apparently it got like wind or something moved that shit. So a bunch of frogs sees like, ah, cool, frog house, or a frog jumps in, and all his friends, like, ah, cool, frog house, and then jump in, and now the man just had like 4 liters of dead frogs in his pool.
Oh,
And
pool ruined.
It's like at that point, what do you do? Like, just get a fucking flamethrower? Okay, yeah, I'm having way too much fun throwing these chairs. Oh god. As I said that, I picked up one while standing on the second one.
Careful.
I keep forgetting this has Gmod demons. What'd you find?
I forgot a water ball in this room. I'm a disgrace.
A mountain shouting.
An alpine.
I'm just moving everything into the hallway here because we're gonna need some more bins. Also, I found a tablet if you haven't read it. It's in the, oh, sorry.
That's not a tablet, just says error.
No, though. Look to the right.
I've secured another contact. Whatever.
This bitch empty. Oh, whoops. Yeet. Oh man, it actually ended up behind me. Do you want to get rid of the boxes too?
Yeah, you can burn those boxes.
Sweet. It's weird how you have to like kind of throw your mouse to launch objects in this game. Or they just go straight up.
You can press E.
Wait. It's not as much fun if I'm not going to embed something in the ceiling. Oh, that is like... Did you hear the crunch of when something lands on the chair pile? Oh, this is scratching my ADHD brain.
I'm stressed out of my mind right now. They've been throwing work at me like it's candy for weeks. I can barely keep up, and now they're unveiling the new model tomorrow. Apparently, we all have to be there in the boardroom 9 o'clock sharp. Damn thing better work after all the hours I put into analysis of its heuristics. They'll probably use me for beta testing again. God damn it.
Yeah, that demo went well.
Maybe too well.
Oh, so have you ever tried like, so you know the kind of D20 looking crystal things? If you hold left click and start spinning, they will fucking go flying.
What do you do with those, by the way?
I've burnt I just knocked over my box. Oh cool, I didn't. I usually just burn them. I haven't gotten penalized for it yet.
Yeah, okay. Me too.
Oh, there's another tablet here. Business is over 50% these years, but those, I'll leave it by the door if you want to see it. Oh, there's 2 of them actually. I'll leave them by the door. Oh, I heard that you're in a group now, right? A VTuber group?
Oh yeah, I'm a member of Prismatic Circus. First
Awesome.
generation.
Glad to hear it.
We're a group of... We're basically magical girls who are LGBT and body positive.
Nice.
I want to help spread awareness to other LGBT plus creators. We are 10 members strong.
I'm glad to hear that. It's good for you.
And
There's a... I found
most
another
of us-
US... Sorry.
yeah, they're all amazing people, and I do everything I can to hype them up
Nice.
and like get
By
them
the
more
way,
visibility.
Here, I want to show you something. If you just go full send and then let go of right click, watch this. You can get, like, I've stuck papers to the ceiling in the office with this. It's hard to get, it's fucking performance anxiety, goddammit.
Like this?
Yeah, we just snap and it just sticks to the papers in the office are just now embedded in the ceiling. And there's 2 USB drives there.
3.
Oh, 3, shit. So question, have you ever played 7 Days to Die?
No, I play good games.
That one's really fun with friends, especially because I found, like, Bars and his friends were teaching me how to play, and then I found wrenches, and all of a sudden cars near us became an endangered species.
So like, there's this okay, so mean joke aside, there's this post on Tumblr that went around that I really liked. I was like,
Yeah.
"Hi, my name's Johnny Greenlight. Would you like to play? Would you like to play my my game that's in what's the word? My open access game? It's a survival game with crafting and zombies with a twist." Well, what's the twist? The twist is I'll never finish it.
Yeah, no.
That's
no,
what that's like 7 Days to Die for me.
That's valid. We found it has a pretty cool mod. We actually found a really cool Fallout-inspired mod that had like all the entry weapons in, different points of interest and shit, and actual like wandering raiders. And we could tell when we had our first Horde night who in our group hadn't played Fallout because a mole rat showed up and 2 people went, "What the fuck is that weird dog-looking thing?"
Really? They did the
You
funny
know,
they did the funny dog thing, but unironically.
Yeah, because they didn't know what the fuck they were looking at. But so have
Okay,
I told you about that?
Hang on,
Have you
I'm
heard of the...
turning around the corner, RP walking with a trash bin, don't hit me.
So I just all right, I'm gonna right click you with the fucking mop. Let's go. Square up.
Oh, you anticipated my move.
No, actually, I just stopped because I walked past a laser gun and then saw a laser bullet hole I'd missed on the front desk. I just start leaving items everywhere so they won't be in your field of view through the box. Like when I did maintenance tunnels, I spent a solid 20 minutes just running around grabbing all the barrels and burning them because if you trip and spill your bin in that map, it is such a fucking nuisance. I got it.
No, I spilled stuff on the stairs. Stop!
I just hit the machine. Oh man, I really came close to running into that robot. Here, let me help. Oh, that was the last item in your hand, wasn't it?
Yeah. Just
So,
two.
alright. Random question. Do you find yourself using the broom very often this game? Because I found myself not.
I just use the broom here the most I've ever had in this game.
Because it feels like it's not that it's a bad idea. It's just there's very few situations where you need to move stuff to a more advantageous spot instead of just, you know, picking it up there.
I use them to push all the shell casings to one area so I could just like stand in one place and pick them up and drop them in the bin.
Valid. Surprised we didn't find a note in the bathroom.
For a good time, call...
For a good time, seek employment elsewhere. Oh, so you know those, like, there's
hang
the...
on.
Whatever, if... Oh.
For a good time, call 323-762-5458.
I have to ask, what's that number go to?
Seth Rogen's cell phone number.
Oh yeah, he got doxxed, didn't he? Or did he leak it himself?
Eric Andre doxed him. Live on
That-
TV.
Oh, I love that. Have you ever heard of a show called Adam Ruins Everything?
Well, of course.
Do you remember when
Seth
they put an
Rogen...
actual...
Oh, hang on a minute. So, funny thing about that. When Seth Rogen was doing like an AMA, someone asked him, "Hey, was that your real cell phone number, Eric Andre show?" And he's like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yeah, man, dude's a fucking dick." And that's really good.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, your story?
Oh yeah, so the Adam Ruins Everything. Have you seen the credit card episode?
No.
So they're going through, like, you know, it starts out as like this guy is signing credit cards, like, look, this is all the security that actually happens, and then it doesn't pan over to anything else. It's just there's like, but I thought you said it's like exactly. And then there's a part where they're going through, like, you know, the actual lack of security for a lot of credit cards. And then at one point there's a number of security like, by the way, that's a real card. Feel free to try it out. It's probably maxed out, but go for it. They put an actual brand new credit card number on the screen.
Fun.
Oh, you've probably seen it, but have you seen the show one of the College Humor hosts has made called Game Changer?
Never heard of it.
So they'll bring on mostly like the talent that College Humor's worked on these, but they've also brought on other people like the guy Sungwell from Prosdy Voices, Brian David Guilford, if you remember him from Polygon, like another guest, right?
Yeah.
And it's essentially a match this prompt, except nobody is explaining the rules or the idea of what the prompts will be until they are already in play.
Oh, of course.
And it's just I'm trying to think of if there's any that I could like explain that where like my atrocious voice acting talent wouldn't ruin it. It's a really good show. There's a lot of YouTube shorts on it. Oh yeah, okay. I won't try to replicate it, but I'll just tell you the prompt. One of them was an Australian Australian Spanish instructor. You try to just imagine the hybridization of those two accents.
Impossible.
I'll show it to you after the stream. It's pretty fucking
Oh,
amazing.
you know what I just realized?
Yeah. Yeah.
We probably could have been using the toilets to clean our mops.
Possibly, but here, try, because I know like the water on the sewer map is actually are like perma dirty, as is the toilet.
Yeah, it
with
worked.
the button. Oh, that's kind of cool. I'll take this key card to the plates.
Oh, except this one. That's just full of blood.
Yeah, you can't clean the toilets that are full of blood, I found.
Oh, shit.
Did you just put blood everywhere?
No.
Also, we need to go around and make sure we didn't miss anything with the lift, because that's a thing. Plus, we still gotta finish the I still gotta finish med kits, and we gotta finish turrets.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to grab a laser. I will. That almost hit you. That was not my intention, I swear. I was just gonna throw it into the corner, and then I fucking
Almost experienced a hate crime live on Twitch.
Oh, here, I got a sound bit you need to show you, right? I need to... Man, I really got it. They're really gonna make me alt tab twice. All right. Here, you ready? It's
I'm
a little
waiting.
bit...
On my second, I was AFK!
Wait, what? We're in the middle of a race. Why would you do that?
I had a phone call!
Well, that's understandable.
How did it go? It was a spam call. I'm sorry to hear that.
Amazing.
I don't know why. I just love that they decided to make John arbitrarily went for a metal voice, and everybody's like, "Fuck it, we're doing that now." I also have the, do you remember the drop it grunt version?
Hang on. I have one other sound that I could show you.
Alright, here, let me unmute your stream real quick.
Who's here? Okay, not many people. This is a secret. Actually, no, I shouldn't do that.
Okay.
That's too mean.
Alright,
No one has
you wanna hear my-
no one has 10,000 points anyway.
Yeah, I spent all mine on magic counters the other night. And then I
Look
miscounted
at that
by
one.
2 of them.
Whether we wanted it or not, we've stepped into a war with a cabal on Mars. So let's get to taking out their command one by one. Valis to Auric.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's essentially Destiny 2's Rickroll.
Alright. Alright, you ready for this one?
Lay it on me.
Dang it!
Oh.
No, 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 no!
I don't know if you can play that song.
Yeah,
On
that's how I
Twitch?
stop it.
Also, how dare you bring Aaron Hansen's voice onto my blessed stream?
Okay, but I also have this one on Barziel, my friend.
Live on Twitch TV, pounding a beaver.
Well, that's okay, because you're just talking about animals.
Yeah, no,
And
he's
absolutely
playing,
nothing else.
He was playing Dauntless.
Is that the Monster Hunter?
wannabe.
The really
Yeah.
bad one?
Yeah, like I heard it was okay, but that also meant that motherfucker
I just heard.
made
I
fire
also
in the
heard it was
bathroom.
just a wet fart.
Well, it's because like it wasn't bad, but that was because it came in like, and then there was a decent gap between in Monster Hunter games, you know. And then another Monster Hunter proper game came out, and it was like, oh wow, this is actually way worse than we realized.
Yeah,
Does
the
that make
thing I
sense?
hear about Dauntless is that it controls that the movement is just bad.
Yeah, I hear that a lot too. See, what other fun things do I have, real quick? Oh, here we go. This is a classic.
Don't censor yourself, you little bitch. Say the fuck word.
That's one of my favorite jokes. This
Yeah,
is
I also have-
bullshit. Watch your fucking language.
This is a fucking family-friendly Christian Mingle Minecraft server. Thank you very fucking much.
Holy shit. It's 9? What the
How long do
hell?
you want to go? How long have we been going? Just under 3 hours.
2 hours, 36 minutes.
I think the average playtime for this was 30 minutes, so I think we're gonna hit that.
The average playtime for this level was 3 hours.
We're doing pretty good then. Of course, I don't think we've done much on the ceiling, but I'm looking and I'm not seeing much that needs to be done there, you know?
Mr. Parker. I can't believe Peter's dead. Again.
Oh, have you seen the Dr. Octopus takes out Steve Harvey meme?
I haven't.
Yeah.
Look what I'm holding.
I'm looking at your screen. I'm looking at your screen. I'm having trouble reading the text. What's it say?
Mr. White.
Oh, I'm so happy that YouTube Shorts figured out that I like Breaking Bad memes. Because there's one where it's like,
Check out the
it was
emotes I posted.
oh my god, that's beautiful. There's one where it's like it's just the guy who played Jesse Pinkman, you know, talking about all his favorite moments from the show. It's like, Gatorade me, bitch. That's what I get a lot. Like
I remember his one review was talking about someone yelled at him at the street, and he just had me holding Gatorade, and he, without thinking through it, and the guy caught it and freaked out. It's like, damn, why did I do that?
It's like, oh, get magnets, bitch. That's a good one too.
How do they work?
I also have this. So there's a guy who used to play a lot with Smitty. They play CS:GO. His name is Spoonerism, and he had what I could only call like perfectly creative rage, right? Such as this one.
What the fuck? Go get a fucking crispy!
Just,
Feels like half his words cut out.
He's like, what the fuck? I'm gonna go get a fucking Rice Krispie! Just like in halfway through that, you can hear like this rancher gets headshot on CS:GO, and you can hear him like leap out of his fucking chair.
I do believe at one point during Destiny 2, I told one of my friends that I hope orcs used him like a toilet.
Oh, have you ever? You know what my favorite like subtle insult is now? It's like, man, you really have the personality of a fucking traffic cone. And what it is it doesn't sound so bad at first, right? And you go, wait, what are traffic cones for? Oh, I exist to impede progress.
Yeah, that would describe this friend I was. Yeah, that would describe the same friend I was saying that thing to.
I think the most vicious insult I've ever heard that was a super tame one. It was like, in terms of its wording, it was nothing like brutal, right? And so whoa! Did you see that?
No.
I picked up a chair, so for context, I was standing right next to it, I picked up a chair, all of a sudden, this one started bugging out, and I am now here.
Oh yeah, you got troll physics with chairs.
I just like super edge bugged. So you know, like in college, whenever you at the end of the semester you have the survey and fill out, you know, like what was your experience with this course? Would you recommend it? And then they have the spot where it's like, what advice would you give the professor to improve the experience for future classes? You know what my brother wrote? Learn to flip burgers.
For some reason I thought you were about to say more tits.
No, but like, yeah, to admit, that's pretty fucking scathing for that context.
At least it didn't say learn to code.
Oh, so when COVID happened, so I'm in the comp sci department, right? And when COVID happened and we switched to remote, I'm like, all right, if there is a building that's prepared for it, it's this one. And then I remembered I had Dr. Chang who had trouble with the projector, and I want to say I don't hate Dr. Chang. He's actually pretty great because he's like 85 years old, and I've seen a lot of people at that age, especially in my line of work, just become bitter old men, you know.
Sorry, continue.
So Dr. Springer, who is also my boss at the lab, was co-teaching with Dr. Chang for a telecommunications course, right? It's like, it was basically like one part history of computer science, one part how to professionally present, essentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, I could not unsee that as like good cop, bad cop scenario. Because here's the best description I've heard for Dr. Chang. It came from my buddy Gage, the wild card at the office, right? He says, Dr. Chang is like that milk at the back of your fridge that you're pretty sure has been bad for a couple of years. Then your stepdad's like, no, that's fine. Takes a sip, puts it back in the fridge, and you forget it exists for another few years. Because, like, again, like, a lot of people at his age in my line of work become just bitter old men. And Dr. Chang is full of excitement, you know?
At that point, that's not milk. That's cottage cheese, bitch.
That's yogurt. But, so it's the first long distance session, right? Dr. Springer is going to, like, how the workload's going to change and everything. And Dr. Chang, like, not even trying to be a little shit, it's just genuine. It's like, oh, I can press here to raise my hand. Like, just genuine kid in the candy store excitement. I love
cute.
this man. He's awesome.
Don't!
Oh, whoa, what? You were not carrying... Oh. So that box is... on my screen, that box is like... is alternating between halfway in that wall and supersonic speed, like goalieing this hallway. That was.
I think you need to take your psychoactive meds.
It's what day is it? It's medication day. This is better.
Patrick, what do we talk about?
Hey, I took my meds today.
Oh, by the way, finally saw American Psycho for the first time last week.
Nice. I saw it for the first time when I was like on 6 different medications from surgery. That was an experience.
And I'm shocked how culturally relevant that movie is still.
Oh yeah.
How culturally relevant that movie still is.
Oh yeah, no, it's weird. It's unnerving. I will say it was also interesting being on like 6 different medications and watching Patrick Bateman run down the hall carrying the "we've been seeing tits and ass this whole movie, but it's early 2000. I don't know how we feel about a dick" censorship chainsaw. You know?
And having seen it now, I don't understand how people decide this is the movie they want to make all the memes for and be like, he's literally me! Like, how many of these people making the memes have actually watched the movie?
You know Leonardo DiCaprio almost took Bateman's role?
I'm kind of glad Christian got it.
Because literally what ended up happening was, this is right after Titanic, right? And his agent called him and she was like, "You just had every girl in America fall in love with you. Please, for the love of all that's good and pure, do not do this role."
Oh, you should have.
So, question: when you walk past the bin thing, is it just like sound like it's firing up for you continuously?
No.
Also, this chair just fucking fought back and just launched itself halfway across the room when I tried to put it in.
Yeah, I'll watch this.
What is it? Bad decisions lead to good stories.
Watch this. Turn on watch this.
Oh.
At the top of the stairs!
I'm watching.
No.
That was
supposed to be
sick.
cooler. No. Watch again.
1 second. Wait. Here. I'll be the score. I'll be the judge here. That actually did look kind of sick because you kind of teleported for half of that. Ah, shit. Oh, so in the forest, Kyle and I found out that you can. So there's. Oh, Jesus! You're about to knock me into a rope. There's a chair. How did it get in the corner?
I threw the chair into your back and you just went sailing.
I just hit Mach 5.
Yeah, it was pretty epic.
So in the forest, you can kill turtles and use their shells to make like water collectors, right? But apparently we missed the fact. We missed the fact that you could use the shells as sleds, and so Kyle and I at the end of last session we were working on making the warm suit so we can go to this tundra part of the map, right? And we need to kill one more boar. I've got my suit finished. Kyle's just missing that. And so I walk over into the snowy area, try to find a boar, see if I can chase it towards him, right? Kyle starts getting attacked by the cannibals that are on that game, so I'm like, oh shit, let me go help him. And this is my first time using the shell as a sled on a proper incline. And I was like, I forgot to let go of the sprint button. So Kyle's in this fight, right? And he's like focusing because you have to time your blocks and shit. And then I just come flying by, fucking initial D, full speed. And crash into I was probably on his screen for maybe a second, if that, right? And I'm like, I'm here to help. Oh shit, tree! No, it's been good to be collaborating a lot more.
Yeah, this has been fun.
Yeah, I would be down to probably do this like every week or every other week. I just went to the Shadow Realm for a moment. I was trying to fix this thing and I moved forward. So, Sid, you want to see my favorite physics glitch in this game? Because it's super consistent. Just try to like walk into this and then lower it. Or walk into it. You see what I mean? It just starts freaking out.
You gotta put that thing back in.
Oh yeah, how many more are we missing, by the way?
I don't know. We still have to put the guns in. I don't know where that thing is that dispenses it.
Here, I can show you.
Oh, is it this thing?
Yeah, it's the thing. It's in the same room as the burner.
Oh. Wait, ammo belt?
Yeah, I'm questioning it. Here, I'll be the sacrificial lamb for the first one, so we see if we have to worry about it killing us. Oh, there's one right here too that we gotta take down.
There's a lot we have to take down.
I'll grab ammo. So I'm curious if this is gonna kill. So here, we can do one right over here. We don't have to use the scissor lift for. It's gonna be like plugging a USB drive in on the first try, huh? Do we need the lift? Here we go. Here, walk out here a little bit. Ah!
I was gonna jump on her.
There you go. I feel like you don't need to go up. You could probably just jump up and do that. Okay, just let go of it when it's up there. Like. All right, so here's the fun part. Oh, where's the ammo? Oh, you stole it from me.
It's in tug of war right now.
Also, did we already destroy all the cube things?
I don't know.
All right, see if what that does. Does that
All right,
give
you
it?
put it on.
All right. Don't shoot at me, please.
Oh, we missed the hole right here.
Oh shit, we did. I'll go find. There's a laser by the front desk. All right, cool. It doesn't shoot at us. I don't like that it stopped just as I fucking said that.
Psych.
I'm gonna work on getting these over to the spots where we need them. Oh wait, did I ever mop up
There's also still
the
the security room that we gotta fix up.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I was like, did I ever fix that?
There's another hole right here I missed.
I'll go get a laser. This gun is super. Okay, it was glitching out hard for a second. Here, you know, mop that real quick.
If you back the fuck up.
No, let me max up my DPI real quick. Ah, fuck! I hit my head.
Bitch.
I'm gonna do this without the lift. Watch.
You could use that box in the corner I'm about to take.
Nah. All right, I'm gonna go. We're gonna need the lift anyways. I'll just go grab it. I'm trying to. Is this on your screen? Is this thing down or up? Yeah, med like cover.
It's down.
I cannot see the
It's
get.
up.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Here we go. I'll grab the ammo. I do like the little replacement mechanics for some reason, you know? Like replacing the med kits and stuff. I kind of got pushed off of it into the ceiling.
Uh-oh.
It fixed itself now. It was just a matter of I was trying to pick up the ammo while it was still moving.
We should be done soon. My ass is starting to hurt.
Oh, yeah. I figured we'd just wrap it up after this map, right?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Can I get you to come hit the button for me? Because I can't hold. I keep fucking up picking up the ammo.
I think I'm doing one more sweep through this room.
The
still need
conference
to-
room looks fucking great.
We also need to replace the med kit in front before the conference room.
Oh yeah, I think there's like two. There's one in the bathroom we need as well. Oh, you're just carrying the broom around. I get it.
Because I already have one.
I don't think those count against us. I remember because when I first picked this game up during the summer sale, I looked up like what counted against you. You still burn it though. The only thing you can get penalized for burning, I think, are the lasers. Yes. Can you get set up? There we go. This lift is Satan.
Do we need to burn the lift?
No. Hey, look what I just pulled out. Good. I'm just gonna like prevent the next one because I know we need at least one more, you know? Motherfucker, I got another ad.
Where's the laser?
I left mine by the front desk.
Oh shit, here's Crank Patterson.
What's next, Richard Banger? Oh, I found another one. I found Ajax Spent.
What the hell? I just... Oh.
There were a lot of people on this map. Did you get bodies?
A bunch. So, word of advice, wait until the gun has finished coming out of the thing before you try to grab it. I don't know where that one landed. Oh, come on! Really?
Fire. I'm gonna go just set these guns at the spots we need them and try to figure out how many more medkits we need.
Okay.
I found the other laser.
I put one of our lasers in...
Heads up! Do not... Ah!
Oh.
They don't like it when you're carrying lasers.
Oh, did it kill you?
That scared the fuck out of me.
Did it kill you?
Yeah.
Being cloned, that's gonna be docked from your pay.
Can we like uninstall the sentry gun for a moment? Because my laser is on the floor in that room. Oh, we're gonna have to deinstall it. Because, you know, we have to fix that hole in the other room still. Oh, fuck. That scared the fuck out of me.
I'm busy in this room. Can you do that on your own?
Yeah. If I can uninstall it. It's not letting me just grab it. Do I dare try and whack it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure that we can't. Do we just have to break it with the laser gun? You know what? I'm gonna Google this real quick. I think if I don't figure it out soon.
You're asking the wrong girl.
Motherfucker! It spent shell casings that are on the ground too. put more Oh, I fucking hate this thing. Oh, I'm scared to try to do this now. Okay, so good news is it doesn't stay in aggro mode for fucking ever, it would seem. I am gonna see if I can burn it. Okay, yeah, we just break them. So we want to. So we've only installed one other gun, right?
Well, I didn't break that one in time.
Yeah, they're fucking vicious.
How long you got to blazer it for?
Well, let's see. I hit the connection joint. It felt like it was near instant. That's kind of gross, honestly. Like, I get it, but do we want to just finish this up next time since we're about at the 3-hour mark?
No, we can do it.
All right. It creates more bullet holes and wounds and shit, by the way, that we gotta clean up.
I noticed.
I'm trying to figure out where the fuck I threw my laser.
Well, I picked it up and tried to get the one in the room. Dick Coromo.
I'm gonna throw it over there because it has to be looking at you while you're holding the gun. Aim for the connection base. Go for it.
Well, I did, and
you. It's.
You fucked us. You fucked me.
I got it. It takes like 5 seconds altogether. It looks like.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no, that scared the fuck out of me the first. So my heart is still racing. The worst part is you have to mop up your blood. Imagine if we hadn't done those things as late as we did. All right, so I'm gonna work on the cleanup of the mess that introduced. All right. So what we do is we both grab. I think we both grab our lasers. We go through pretty thoroughly, right?
You just made me miss the bucket.
I'm sorry,
dude.
Oh, there's a random thought. There's a YouTube creator I need to introduce you to. He has this. He basically only makes shorts, but they're all just these like super like over the top or overdone characters where it's like. It'll just be 3 character lines for them, like Grilana Tree Fucker, professional vegan, or Chad Thundercock, peaked in high school. And it's just weird. It's short form content that I usually don't fall for because I usually like stuff I can put in the background, but I've kind of fallen in love with his stuff. Yeah, the worst part of that isn't us dying, it's that it introduces more cleanup, honestly, you know?
Why is the blood clipping through this bin? Don't do that.
The worst part was, like, the second it happened to me, I realized what had triggered it. Go into the fucking incinerator, you stupid gun.
It don't want it.
Were you lasering up the office still?
Yes. No.
Oh, you already got the... Alright, I'll get the lasers.
I think there's
over here,
one footprint I missed.
I'll get it. Well, I'll work on getting this shit mopped up.
Please, I was halfway through that.
And then I started screaming, I think.
No, it was after.
Oh, now I remember why I wanted to tell you about that. There's one fucking character that he does. It's fucking amazing. It's like the line for it is always Chase Tail, definitely gay. And he'll be like, am I gay? I had a girlfriend for years I didn't like just because people think that. Remember here I took pictures and it cuts to him looking at the camera. Chase Tail, definitely gay. It's just, it's very, very like I don't want to say shallow, but it's not like super deep. But I love it, you know. It's simple. And also the names are always puns, and you know how I feel about puns. I love them.
There's this old Vine where it's this dude walking through his friend's living room making weird poses.
Oh yeah?
Then dude just throws his water bottle at him. He deflects it back with his ass and it hits the guy in the head. And he's like, dude, what the hell? I'm a whore, you idiot.
I think I've actually seen that one. Oh, speaking of vines, here I got a sound effect for you. Let me find it.
Why'd you make so much bullets in here?
And if you were on Vine enough, you know the clip that follows that is him at a San Diego Comic-Con going, I'm getting plowed in the ass while playing Overwatch.
Interesting.
You know the kid who played so you know that scene where he like flies through the ceiling, you're like, Gimme! And it's like the fucking just hard land? That was not a stunt. That was like a 12-foot drop with the actual guy onto concrete.
Good. Gibby deserves it.
Not apparently, like, see, he had the issues when after the show because everybody just wanted to take his shirt off, and then you realize, this is a person trying to live their fucking life. It's kind of fucking weird. And then he got into music making, and he's had a lot of fun with that.
Well, that's weird, but yeah, good for him.
Oh, I just thought about. You know what's cool? These monitors do actually update because I can see the scissor lift in that middle room. That's kind of cool. Getting the RP walking another thing up the stairs.
Blaze of Glory achievement.
Nice.
What is that? Burn 1,000 objects?
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeet! And that was not a good yeet. I really wish the laser didn't get fucking thrown like a fucking football every single time you switch off of it.
It's a fucking missile launcher.
Oh Jesus! You can always tell when I hit collision logic. I think I've gotten everything that needs to be melted in here. There's like a couple pieces of trash. I'm just gonna grab them and come pile them up out here. It's not enough to warrant grabbing a bin and risking more body parts. In retrospect, I should have seen that coming with the turrets, because why the fuck would it just be another med kit, you know?
Fuck. Okay.
I'm gonna fix the bullet holes. Oh, there's probably some bullet holes in the other room from when it shot at us.
Damn it!
You alright?
More body parts.
Oh, wait till you hit the 5 in a row, then you'll fucking see Satan. Did you already laser over here, or did it just not fuck up the ground when it shot you?
There's a hole right here.
Over here. Okay, here, I'll get it. Motherfucker! I thought about, hey, look, I'm doing good with this. You know what it was? I thought about it. There we go. Yeet! I do like the metal on metal sound effects when you throw shit in this game. Alright, I'm gonna run around and see if with the laser, see if I find any more holes real quick. Well, you know what we could just do? We could plug in the turrets and just not give them ammo until the end.
Oh yeah.
That's why they made that. You know what I'm willing to bet? I'm willing to bet that was one step in the past.
We got some ammo laying right here.
Yeah, no, I'm just running around trying to laser shit. There's also somehow a scorch all the way in the left corner.
Fork Durstoff. Imagine being named Fork.
Imagine being named Monkey.
Actually, being named Fork would be cool.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, God help, if you ever get to prison, that's a don't fuck with this person name, you know?
It's like being named Fawcett. Man, faucets serve better. Hey chat, read Gather Ye Power.
Thanks again for inviting me on this collab, by the way.
Yeah. Thank you for showing interest.
Of course. No, so watching American Psycho, it's just weird because it's like super dated in some ways, but then like weirdly relevant in others, like you said.
Like it's a commentary on the superficial nature of the 80s and how society will pander to the upper class to ensure that, to pretend like there's nothing wrong, like it's all normal.
Also, there's the overwhelming feminine, or like for the time, what they would have called feminine, like his whole beauty routine he does in the morning.
Yeah.
That was deliberate.
Especially with one dude who ended up being gay and flirting with him.
Yeah, like he goes to kill him, and then the guy who's into it. That was also interesting because, like, it shows like he freaked out. He could have just killed him there, but the fact that the scenario that the guy wasn't scared, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was a very interesting scene.
Why won't this go in?
The classic prom night dilemma.
There. Shut the fuck up.
That was a good one, and you fucking know it. So, questions. I know that you could vend the wet floor signs. Do you know if there's any actual purpose to them other than just getting in the way?
Roleplay.
Fair enough. I found a video of these guys playing. There's like some war game that's set in like World War II, and the guys playing it, they come in and they're yelling in character. The other players are not happy about it. It's like, nobody left behind. Shut the fuck up. Suppressing fire. Just one of those types of bits, you know?
Yeah. You always gotta be careful with World War II LARPers.
Yep.
Like, you either go two ways. One of them is definitely worse than the other.
Yep. Well,
it's like, gee, why are so many... Like, gee, why are so many Japanese artists interested in Nazi Germany memorabilia?
why are so many prominent Republicans? No, I'm not gonna say that. By the way, can we talk about the? I saw a Twitter post about this.
Speaking of,
Oh,
never ask the Attack on Titan author what he thinks about the Manchurian Massacre in World War II.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Can we give props to the guy who fucking just punched out that one Nazi in broad daylight and then fucking vanished?
Oh yeah.
Alright, I count.
You know why he wasn't caught? His face was hidden and no one took any other video except for that one.
Oh yeah.
Unlike all the people who got... all the people who were kidnapped and murdered in the Ferguson protests.
Oh yeah.
Like all the people from those famous photos, most of them are dead.
Yeah. I'll say, so I remember like I saw the SNL coverage of the dude getting punched the fuck out and it was fucking great.
And what was his name? Something Spicer or Spencer?
I like the fact that he's irrelevant enough that we don't remember his name. I feel like that's salt on the wound for that fucko.
I just remember that his name sounded like Jack Spicer. That's the only mental connection.
Oh yeah.
Jack Spicer, evil boy genius.
Genius. Zealot Showdown's one of those things that like it'll never be as good as you remember it, you know? But it's still pretty good. The original is still pretty good.
They tried to they tried to do the remake or the reboot.
And it just didn't work. Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, because I don't think it had the same voice actors, and when they did Zealot Showdowns, they used really cheap CG animation.
Yeah.
And they just changed the art style way too much.
I heard the humor also went in a very direction as well.
Also, the original Zealot Showdown already had a satisfying conclusion. Raimundo became the Wudai leader, as he deserved. Because Omi's an egotistical little shit.
I think it was also one of those weird cases of like a company owning part of the rights but not all of it, you know? I remember reading about that. Did you see the thing in Zen server, by the way, about anything that's in development hell being further humiliated? Because literally a new chapter of Gilgamesh has been uncovered, and you know, before George R. R. Martin wrote another book, and before Yandere Sim was finished.
I wonder if this will be the chapter where he and Enkidu had rough gay sex. Like we all know they did.
It's not entirely beyond their own possibility, is the best part.
I mean, I made the joke in the server that Gilgamesh... Everyone knows Gilgamesh/Enkidu was the original OTP. That wasn't a joke.
Alright, let's get the turrets in place, but
still
not
some
the
more
bullets.
garbage.
Oh, so I meant to mention this earlier, so we're talking about Payday 2. So, you know one of the voice actors for Payday 2's like hot playable characters actually served time for bank robbery?
Oh, of course. They've got to hire someone who's authentic.
You know, and the guy plays a Croatian cop, and when Zen and I played, Zen was like, yeah, no, this checks out. Like, the level of brutality where he's yelled at people, yeah, no, that checks out.
Does this guy look like Tony Stark on purpose?
Probably. Or talking about, like, on here.
Look at my screen.
Yeah, that looks like Diet Coke, Tony Stark.
Tony Stark has... Tony Stark with something to do with Coke, alright.
You seen that video? It was from a while ago, where there was a kid who needed a prosthetic arm, who was a huge Iron Man fan. So Robert Downey Jr. paid to have like a super fucking like ridiculously high-end prosthetic made in the style of one of the gauntlets of Iron Man, and delivered it to this kid in character as Tony Stark.
That's nice. That's really sweet of him.
Oh yeah. Also, apparently, like, I heard this today, actually. Can you hit the button for me, by the way?
One moment.
There's a funny coincidence where, like, almost all of the like Avengers cast or main protag actors who have kids, their kids like one of the other the other actors' character instead of their parents' one.
Well, of course. You know, as a kid,
Like,
you don't want to be like, oh, my favorite hero is the one my dad plays. That'd be kind of embarrassing.
Yeah. But apparently, so like Robert Downey Jr. has a kid who was like 4 at the time, right? Who really it's not Robert Downey, but Vision's actor has a kid who was 4 at the time, right? And his favorite character was Iron Man, and apparently he was trying like to text. Oh, no, sorry, I got it backwards. It was so the first thing one is it's Vision's actor, his kid loves Iron Man, and Iron Man's 4-year-old kid was actually favorite Hawkeye. To the point where he was trying to explain some shit to him to get it to listen. He actually called the actor and explained, "No, you can't poke yourself in the eye with a stick. That's bad." And he said that's about and Robert Downey said that's about the only time his 4-year-old has listened to him. Office is looking pretty good, right?
You missed a spot. I got it.
Alright. Also, turns out, yeah, we're just not going to put live ammo in these until it's like the very last thing.
Yep.
Do you see any medkits needed anywhere?
I thought there were 2. I got 1.
Do we get bathroom yet? I'll check that.
I'm going.
I got it. Well, because I vended one. I was like, wait, do we actually need it?
Like Among Us?
Oh, so Kyle and I were co-oping a Hat in Time again at some point, and we had added a mod that added stickers to that, to where you could just randomly have the play.
Oh yeah, in the board meeting room. Needs medkit.
Yeah. All right. I'll grab that. All right. After the 15 minutes of us getting gunned down by our own decisions, to the meeting room, right?
Mm-hmm. Also, look out for any extra buckets.
Yeah, because those cost big time, and they'll also cause the sniffer to freak out.
Oh, there's still work to do in the office.
Is there like smudges and shit?
Trash.
Okay. Oh, so I don't know what it is I'm carrying, but I was carrying a bucket, and the fucking thing started freaking out, and it locked onto me, and it can't shoot.
Bitch.
I'd be lying if I said that the fucking thing didn't scare me though. But I was saying, if I decide to do a Guerrilla Retail Royale stream one night, I'll definitely try to hit you up for it.
A what stream?
The IKEA Battle Royale game.
Honestly, the only Battle Royale I have any interest in is Rumbleverse.
Fair enough.
And I'm still kind of waiting for that to come to Steam.
If I get you to play, what are the odds of me ever getting you to try TF2?
Slim, but likely.
Awesome. I played with Kyle, and he says so Kyle's a medic main, and his own explanation is because he doesn't like himself. Which as a programmer, yeah, that checks out. And there was
but
one
the medic
night
has a
where
kill taunt.
He does. His Kritzkrieg is named after one asshole that was being a jerk but not being the meta. So he named it, the Kritzkrieg, if you weren't aware, it's the one that charges up quickly, and instead of like being invincible, it gives your patient crits for 8 seconds, right?
Hmm.
And this guy was yelling at him in voice chat, "No, use the Kritzkrieg, it's better." So he equipped his Kritzkrieg and then renamed to Mometa. It's had that name for years now.
Hey, he should absolutely change that name immediately. Because I'm not appreciative of that word being used.
The re?
Yeah.
Okay. for what it's worth, he also almost never uses the crit screen because it's kind of a shit metagun. It's a thing where it's like it's not a win option, it's a win more option, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that from a Yu-Gi-Oh standpoint.
Well, not just that, but it's like statistically. So like, there's a flamethrower for pyro called the Phlogistinator. Everybody calls it the Flog, right?
Mm-hmm.
While dealing damage, you fill up an oomph meter that when full, you can right click to taunt and gain it and be invincible during the taunt. After that, you'll have 10 seconds of crits, which on a flamethrower crits are insane. However, you have no air blast, which is how you can knock players back and reflect projectiles.
What are you gonna do?
Right?
What are you gonna do? Can't do shit.
Does that make sense? Like,
yes.
So the Flog is a power trip, but it's not. You're only gonna beat a team with the Flog that you were already going to beat, if that makes sense. Right?
Uh-huh.
It's not a win option, it's a win more. Why does it like buckets?
It sees the head in this bucket. Is it shooting? No, it's
None of
trying.
these have ammo.
The other one wasn't making shoot noises, but that one was.
Alright, we're gonna see.
You need that bucket still.
I think that one's common. Let me move
They're
this.
still sit on the ceiling, so.
I know, I was just confirming that they just hate. Is there a head in this bucket? No, they just don't like buckets also.
I think that one might have blood in it.
Alright, I'm gonna scissor lift up there and get the old gun down. But no, so Kyle named his stock metagun, you know, the one that has the invincibility overcharge thing, right? He named it, I have no idea what I'm doing. And then the flavor text says, and he named his quick fix, which is the one that just heals faster and the uber charge is just like 8 times heal rate. He named it need more HPs, and then the flavor text says, the user of this is probably sweating profusely now. Thanks.
Silly.
Oh yeah. But there's one night where I was decided to practice soldier. We were both drunk,
Take
right?
it.
Oh, so I gotta hit the button to go back up. Give me a sec. You're pushing me. All right, let me go up. So we're just goofing around on a 2-port server, which is a map where a match that's it's a capture the flag that almost never ends. All right.
Hang on.
That's the map you go on if you want. You can't pick it up while I'm on it or while it's extended.
No, but I can push it.
Are you actually?
No.
Here, let me set this. Oh fuck! I fell. That's not all the way extended either. That's weird. Was it not letting you extend it?
I stopped it.
Okay, here. Let me pick up the thing. Am I still standing on your screen?
Yeah.
There we go. Oh yeah, let's do this. Oh, it didn't actually launch me. What the fuck? That's the first time I've been excited for it to fuck up and springboard me. Having to laser off of one of these is the worst, by the way.
Be prepared to never come into the robot room again.
Okay. You're putting live ammo on it?
1.
Yeah, make sure the lasers are in rooms that aren't gonna have them on aggro though.
Oh yeah, there's still this one in here.
Oh shit, yeah, is there a safe room at that point?
It's the spawn room. We have too many lasers.
Can you do me a favor? Can you come? Actually, I'll just go down. I forgot to jump.
We have too many fucking lasers. Are you sure we can't just burn them?
You can. I think you get like a note, so they'll mention it in your feedback thing. But I think you just. Or you could stash it. You could stash them in the office room. That room's safe. Oh fuck.
Is it?
Yeah, there's no turret in there.
There is a turret in here.
No, I mean like the one that had like where there was the one footprint left earlier.
Oh. Like they won't count as being messy?
Yeah, no, that's fine. As if I've knocked myself off of this so many times. There we go. I told you, this scissor lift is Satan. Question. Something we should test. Make sure that walking past before we start putting live ammo in the rest. Duh, fuck.
It empty. I promise.
Alright. You know, but I'm saying we need to make sure that carrying ammo doesn't set them off. Because if they do, then we gotta be strategic about the order, right? Does that make sense?
I suppose.
This one up here does not seem to give a fuck.
Well, I just yeeted the laser through the room and it didn't activate.
Yeah, it's only when somebody's carrying it that it gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Alright, let's put an ammo in each room. It doesn't seem to... Was that aiming at you? Alright, I'm gonna work on replacing the turret in this back room. Here, let's move the personnel box somewhere else. I guess we don't have to. If we're never coming back in this room. What?
Do you still have a laser somewhere?
Maybe? Why?
Oh, I probably got them both.
It's only for carrying it that it cares. We just want to make sure before we start putting ammo in that we've gotten rid of all of the bullet holes and shit, you know?
Yeah, I got them all.
Alright, you want to bring a turret to the room that you where we start bonding?
Oh, hey.
Did you just find another room?
No, I found a smudge that I can't clean off.
Then that's not our problem. Oh, hey. Do not put ammo in any of the other turrets yet. They
Did
don't
you
like
die?
me. No, but they're reacting to me carrying a broken turret.
We'll just throw it through the door. It'll be fine.
Oh yeah, well I'm just saying as I have a feeling that it's going to react to me carrying a fixed one as well.
Well, that's not fair. I can't clean that. Oh, hang on. I got it.
No, you got it?
Getting it.
What was it? Did you actually have to sweep it?
No, it just, I was just using the broom when it happened.
This is fucking weird. They care about a broken turret, but they don't give a fuck about me carrying a fixed one. That's weird, right?
Yes.
Did you see the Needle Witch Doctor sign in this room, by the way? The 3 sales points are: got a mystery illness, sick of your boss, need to take revenge. Alright, I think that might be the last turret we need to install?
There's 2 more in here.
Oh. Here, let me bring you the scissor lift. Oh, I had a weird load error happen on Refinery, where this thing was not letting me lower it or pick it up. It doesn't like the scissor lift, by the way. Oh, you know what that does mean? We do kind of have to be strategic about the order in which we put ammo in.
Just throw it through.
Well, no, because we have to use the scissor lift to get to some of these.
Throw that through too.
But if it comes down to it, I'd say we just leave one. I'd rather leave one of these not without ammunition than have to deal with all that shit again, you know?
Don't do this one yet.
Oh no, I'm just placing the ammo at them. Alright, that one's got ammo under it. This one's got ammo under it. Where's that one going? That's really stupid that they don't like us carrying this. Are they freaking out at you carrying that too?
What?
Are they freaking out at you walking by carrying the lift?
No. I think it only goes off if you walk through one of the screens.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, when you walk through the barrier. It's a scanner.
Oh, that makes way more sense. Alright, do I want to start live? Alright, that one goes there. Okay, one for in here.
Why aren't you going?
Oh yeah, they're really finicky. Here, you want me to come out?
Got it.
Nice. So do we have? So now we just need to put ammo in them and we're done, right?
Oh wait.
Honestly, with how long we had that first pair going, I'm amazed it took that long for me to get fucking shot. You know what it is? It's probably just like it's unidentified hardware.
Lift.
Alright. Where's the interface? Where's my hand? There you go. I figured that was gonna happen, so I stopped it. Here you go. You got it?
Thank you. Are you letting go?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, great.
Alright, you grab it and then I'll let go. You
Got it.
Alright, there you go.
Come on! I want to be done.
Is that... Wait, that turret's not moving, is it? Okay. Okay. Alright, so toss that through the room to the next one. Yeah, so just toss it, right? Did you survive?
Yeah, didn't get hit.
There's one bullet wound. I say we just leave it, honestly.
It's fine. I'll get it.
I'm gonna look on this side, make sure. I think we are going to need to do the far left, the far right, and then the middle. Does that make sense?
They're all better.
Alright. But I think let's do this one here in the middle room last, right?
Yes.
Good. You ended up accidentally using this thing as a shield, by the way. I don't know if that was intentional.
Fuck.
What?
There's another bullet hole.
I can live with one bullet hole.
I can't.
Here, if you toss it through there, right. Yeah, toss it through. Make sure your back is to that thing so it has no way of getting a shot on you. We good?
Yes.
Alright. So question.
Yes.
Alright. We don't need it for that far one, right? We need it for this one over here.
You didn't throw it through.
Alright. Does that count?
Was still pointing at it.
Let me get it so it breaks its line of sight for a minute. I'll let you handle that. I'll go do this far one, alright? I'm gonna arm this one in this hallway, alright? You hear me?
Sure. Do you have
Alright,
another
so-
lift?
I don't think I need the lift for how low this one is. I hope I don't need the lift for this. Yeah, we're gonna have to bring the lift across to do that then.
Did I just deactivate it? Fuck.
Here, I'll raise it up for you, alright?
Needs to come down.
So close, right? Here, you go out, you get on there and hold it, and I will lift it for you. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Can you reach it? I got it. I think we can get it up to you here. You got it?
Yes,
Oh shit. Wait, ready?
I got it. Why is it at this awful angle?
Here, let me do it. It doesn't help that that one is beeping at us either. I don't like that. Here, let me. Oh,
There.
here, I'll do it.
Did you arm that one? No.
Whoa, 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 whoo! Hedge bug. No, I was trying to, and I just couldn't get it. You know what we never checked? We never seen if we could combine them before we put them up there, did we?
I think you can make them stop beeping if you just click on them.
Can you pass me that? Alright, I got it. Oh, no, wait, yep. I'm gonna set this down here so it stops freaking the fuck out.
I think you gotta rotate it so it like sets into the thing.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where that... Got it!
Got it. Good.
Alright, let's be very careful with this. Because we need it for the other one, right?
Uh-huh.
Wait, or do we do it? Let's stop for a second to think about the order. Because I'm wondering if that other turret will have a line of... So, here's my thinking, right? Middle turret definitely has a line of sight with us over here, right? Or, let me rephrase that. We know this one will have a line of sight here because it was aiming at us the whole time, right?
I got an idea.
It's not armed yet. We're just...
Got it.
Is it good?
It's through.
Is that room okay though? Because I heard gunfire.
Yeah.
You know what? We're taking. You know what? We're just gonna take these bullets with us.
I will throw them away. Don't stop immediately.
I like bullets though.
They're casings. They're useless.
think you could use the big brass ingots. What were we saying earlier about how you could
If you go up to the lift, you just left click on it and it'll stop.
Oh, stop beeping?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go try to do that. There's some bullet casings back here I'm gonna get rid of as well. Figures that these would be the worst part of the mission, right?
I think we just did it the wrong way. But yes.
But should we have done it in the other order?
Well, too late now.
Yeah.
This has definitely extended our cleaning by at least an hour, I'm sure.
Oh, 100%. I'm gonna try to deactivate this one real quick. Yeah, you're right.
Good.
If we had 2 lifts, that would be way more useful knowledge too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
We don't even need to bring the lift into the other hallway.
We don't? You're able to get it without it?
Yeah, I got a plan. Just let me finish here.
I got all the ammo off of that platform.
Stay closed.
You're gonna use like a crate or something, aren't you?
I'm gonna use a box, yeah.
Nice.
Seems obvious.
Yeah, which is why I didn't think of it. I'm still gonna hold off on activating this
There's
one,
still
though.
a bucket down there.
I think I got where?
Is there?
Down here? No. Oh yeah, right here. I don't know if it's gonna.
Okay.
Well, here. Why don't we just back off?
Oh, fine.
Here. Wait. Idea. Wait. Yeah, I was gonna say spill it and just mop it up.
Stop.
Why is it? Oh, I did. Was that? I'm sorry.
Stay away.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Please throw it.
I'm gonna go shut off that one up top.
For fuck's sake.
I'm sorry. Did it hate the boxes?
Yes. Grab the laser.
Alright, I've yeeted the laser past it to here safely. I'm gonna fix the holes in this room.
Really? Jump on the fucking box, thank you.
Alright, I think I've got all the bullet holes fixed. I am genuinely sorry that the end of this had to be so frustrating.
It's fine. Are you fucking kidding me? That obliterated the box though, so...
I feel like at this point we're accruing a lot more worse than what the penalty will be for one turret being unloaded.
They're all loaded.
They all are?
Did you load yours?
Not yet. I gotta fix some bullet holes on this side real quick. There's also a good amount of shell casings I gotta pick up.
Me too.
That...
They decided to They decided to shoot extra long at that one, at that box, even though it disintegrated.
Yeah, no, there's like a good 20 casings in this one I gotta pick up, so that's gonna be a second. I still gotta load the middle turret, then we're fucking done.
Yes, don't worry about the lifts or lasers. Just run.
Well, no, like the middle one still needs its ammo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get it done, leave it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, is I'm gonna get all of the shell casings picked up here first. I don't dare go get a fucking box or anything. Or a bin, you know?
Yeah,
just do it the slow but safe way. I'm working towards the fucking brass achievement, I guess. You know what this is? This is when your cat knocks over a fucking vase and then it's just staring at you while you're cleaning it up. Right? Just the
Never
same
on the
energy.
cat.
Well, it's just the energy like a pet causing a mess and then just sitting there looking at you while you're cleaning it up. Once I get my brass pile done, I'll come help you with yours, alright?
Yeah, because I gotta clean up 2 turrets.
Ah, shit, I'm sorry.
Bring the laser too.
I'm gonna be very careful with that. Man, let's try to do a... You know what we are? It's a reverse tower defense now.
Oh my god, there's still more!
Fuck these turrets.
Okay. Where's the fucking laser? I have an idea.
Are you gonna try to melt? Well, be careful.
Melt
we
the
can't
casings.
Really, you want to be careful because it's over by me. We can't really do buckets anymore, remember? I'm nearly done with my pile and I can come help. We'll move that one twice as fast. I don't want to start another fire, you know?
It's fine, I'm by the bathrooms.
Alright, just be very careful. I trust you.
Alright, you know what? Trying to burn the casings isn't worth all this fucking dirt.
Are we gonna be able to mop it up, do you think?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Oh wait, they only care about if the bucket has blood in it, right? Or is it just everything, you think, at this
I
point?
don't know.
Yeah, just use the toilets. That's
Well, that toilet's ruined now. Oh my god! Hit the fucking water! I'm actually gonna run out of toilet water. Please hit.
Is it the fucking toilet seat that's causing all the hit bug issues?
It's the typical bucket hitboxes.
Valid. Alright, I've almost got all my ammo incinerated, finally.
If these doors would stop fucking closing.
Oh yeah, I know, those doors are horrible. Alright, I'm about to come over and help you.
If possible, bring a bucket.
One second, I'm gonna Google real quick what that sets those off, just so I can know for sure. Alright, Spartan Phoenix.
What the hell is this?
A fire. Okay. It's if we
Red pill, blue pill.
Alright. So yeah, it does go for buckets, it looks like. They just go off for inorganic matter, essentially.
Well, you know what?
Wait, actually, wait, let me read this. It's if you cross a blue, it's only if you cross a blue field though, and there's no blue fields between the buckets and the fire, right?
I don't even know.
It's here. I'm gonna check. Yeah, no, so there's no blue fields between, you know, the room where we sit at the double turrets.
Maybe.
Oh wait, so buckets are in the main room. Here, let me work on helping on mopping this up, alright?
Can I take pieces of body through?
Sparkle
Yes.
fire if the player crosses a blue force field holding either a bucket or bin, regardless of what it is filled with. So I think with the... That raises an interesting question when it comes to the buckets.
Grab the casing! You're not even... Never mind, I got it.
Oh, I forgot to ask, is for the group you're in, do you think I know anybody else who's in it?
Do you know Maple Ribbon VT?
I do.
Then you do.
Awesome.
He's the leader. In a way.
Also, I think it's better that we just incur the penalty for these buckets, because if we try to cross the line with them, it's just going to set this whole thing... Oh. Did you call
Hey,
did you
we
just clock
finished.
this? Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That was just kind of... That was... Yeah. You are floating. Oh, here, I want to show you the hacking thingy, so...
Well, that's the stream, everybody. Thank you again, Pat, for joining me. That was quite an
course.
experience.
It was.
You know... I don't think I'm gonna raid anyone. Yes, we will.
Thank you for having me. That was really fun.
/raid.
Oh, fuck, Pecan's playing this too.
First, shout out Infinity Storm. Check me out in the links above. Give me a follow or a like on my tweets. Any kind of support, I appreciate. There we go.
Oh, they're doing the prison. I looked at Pecan. They're doing the prison map, which I couldn't even find the burner on that one, so I was like, nah.
Anyway, tune in tomorrow where I continue Halo Reach with my friends Mocha and Fina.
What time will that be at?
Probably 1 AM again.
Alright, I'll see if I can tune into that.
By 1 AM, I mean like... I say that'd be like Tuesday morning, 1 AM. / Monday night.
On the
Yeah.
plus side, I'm sticking papers to the ceiling.
Good night, everyone. Bye.